NBA playoffs on NBC.
Christian Javier brings it. There it goes. Swanson touches one off. 5-0 Atlanta here in the fifth.
6 seconds. Murray hits it downfield. It is caught. DeAndre Hopkins.
Chicago with the lead. Timeout, Utah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Louis Sports Network, giving you live baseball coverage. It is game 2 of this second game set here in a doubleheader right now between the San Francisco Giants and the New York Mets. Right now, your scrunchy scratch out. Here is Brandon Belt. Smash the like, hit that subscribe, make sure to share. Here's the pitch by Scherzer, and it's going to be a ball. The Mets won the first game by the score of 5-4, and they are currently 8-3 on the season, while the Giants are 7-3. As the Mets, I believe, are in first place in the National League East. Here's the pitch by Scherzer on the 1-1, fouled away, and it's strike 2. So Scherzer dealing already to start.
Brandon Belt was off to a hot start, but cooled off in game 1.
Salute to everybody in the chat. Make sure to hit that like and hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel. Doing the Giants and the Mets here right now on the Louis Sports Network. Here's the windup in the pitch on the 1-2 by Scherzer. It's going to be low. So count is even at 2-2.
Respect there by Scherzer with a changeup. Started Belt with a curveball. 3 for 12 in his career.
All right, here's a 2-2 by Scherzer to Brandon Belt on the outside corner for strike 3, and he is out on strikes. 2 away. So Scherzer starts out with 2 strikeouts.
To start the night. Sometimes when you're pitching, the intent is to do one thing, but sometimes it ends up being a pitch that works to your advantage. That was supposed to be in on the hands of Belt, ended up a backdoor.
All right, so that was a backdoor slider by
Here's Darren Ruff, who came off the bench.
Here's Darren Ruff.
Gabe Kapler went lefty-righty, and it wound up.
So we got Yastrzemski batting leadoff, Brandon Belt batting second, and as Scherzer throws a strike, Darren Ruff, the DH, is batting third. Brandon Belt is playing first base. Yastrzemski's playing right field. We got Jock Peterson batting fourth at left field. Brandon Crawford, the shortstop, is batting fifth. Tommy Estrada, the second baseman, batting sixth. As we got the 0-1 from Scherzer, and that's going to be a ball, inside fastball at 94 miles an hour for a ball. So Tommy Estrada batting sixth, ladies and gentlemen, for your San Francisco Giants. Steven DeGard, the center fielder, batting seventh. Fosler, the third baseman, batting eighth. And Casali doing the catching is batting ninth. And is Max Scherzer against Logan Webb. Here's the pitch by Scherzer. Nice pitch with the 1-2 count, man. You're hearing Mets commentary by Gary Cohen. I think that's Keith Hernandez. Not sure, but I believe that's over there. Shout out to Daniel. Shout out to Ryan. Shout out to Daniel Berry. What's going on? Shout out to AJ, who was the first. You guys are the GOATs. Ground ball. Lindor throws it over the first to Pete Alonso. Is that Alonso? No, that's Dominic Smith. So 1-2-3. 1-2-3 inning for Max Scherzer right now. So the New York Mets are coming to bat. Smash the like, hit that subscribe. Here is the starting lineup for your New York Mets. Shout out to Mets fans everywhere. We got Brandon Nimmo, center fielder, batting leadoff. Francisco Lindor is batting second. Jeff McNeal, the left fielder, is batting third. Pete Alonso, the DH, is batting fourth. Eduardo Escobar, the third baseman, is batting fifth. Dominic Smith, the first baseman, is batting sixth. Starling Marte, the right fielder, is batting seventh. Luis Guillorme is batting eighth. And Tomas Nido, the catcher, is batting ninth. And Max Scherzer is the starting pitcher for the New York Mets. Logan Webb, they're going to be going against Logan Webb for the Giants. Giants came in at 7-2, but lost the first game 5-4. Yesterday's game actually got postponed. I believe it was supposed to be due to rain. So because of that, they had a doubleheader today, and that's why we have a doubleheader today. Mets and Giants play tomorrow, I believe, at 7:10, and then after that, I think they have a 1:10 start on Thursday. So this actually was supposed to be – this is actually a 4-game set between these two teams. Yeah, so right now we just got through the top of the first, and now we're headed over to the bottom of the first between these two teams. Let me know if you guys can hear me on the microphone. I'm going to raise up the mic just a little bit so that you can hear the background audio, so that you can hear both my commentary and also the commentary of Gary Cohen and Keith Fernandez in the background. So they're going to go with the starting lineup, as they're going to mention right just about now.
Geico's starting lineup for game 2. Brandon Nimmo, his first start coming back from the COVID IL. Dominic Smith.
He had COVID?
First base.
I didn't even know he had COVID.
He's had great success as a DH so far this year, back in that role.
Did not know he had COVID.
Facing a guy who has quickly become one of the most feared pitchers in baseball.
If you are a casual observer of baseball, this is the guy you don't know.
I'm sorry, that's Ron Darling.
On the scene from last year. And you're going to see some different pitching here. A sinker, a slider. He can four-seam it. A cutter. Does a lot of different things, but it's the slider that's his signature pitch. Purple skies. It was raining for about 5 minutes in between games.
That's some strange weather.
All right, pitch.
Nimmo takes a sinker, knees in black for a strike. And
all right, he takes a strike.
Establishing early what he's all about.
Nimmo hitting 333. Here's the 0-1 by Logan Webb. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch right there for strike 2. Logan Webb is becoming has become already one of the best young pitchers in the game of baseball.
It's really almost like a slip pitch. It slips out of his hand and tumbles. And
definitely Logan has become one of the best young pitchers in the game.
Circle changes we see from most pitchers.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and Brandon Nimmo is out on strikes for the first out. One away. So already showing that confidence.
The second game for the Giants. Vossler had a big game. The local kid, Crawford, Estrada, and Belt, same infield.
Jason Vossler, Crawford, Estrada, Tyro Estrada in the infield. Jock Peterson, Stephen Dugar, and Mike Yastrzemski at right. Jock at left, Stephen Dugar at center. Damn, Peterson hasn't been an all-star since 2015. Crazy. Here's Lindor hitting 289 on the season right now. 3 home runs, 9 RBIs, 1.1043 OPS. Here's the pitch by Logan Webb off the plate, ball 1.
It looked like Lindor had made the error that gave the Giants the lead. That call got overturned. And then for good measure, Lindor provided the game-winning hit at the bottom of the
Oh, that was the game-winning hit. Lindor hits it, lines in the left field, and it's going to go for a base hit. So Francisco Lindor is on with a single to start.
Lindor, 2 hits in the opener and an opposite field single with 1 out in the first inning.
Impressive hitting here, just a sinker away, just up
Facts.
enough, thigh high.
Look at the way he hit that
if you try
pitch.
to pull that, it's a ground ball to second base. If you go with it, it's a sharp line drive. That game-winning hit in game 1 against the changeup, the way he went down and got it, that took some talent.
Yeah, it did. I mean, that was unbelievable.
That's altering some things.
All right, here's Jeff McNeal, 324 average, 1 home run, 6 RBIs, 851 OPS. He was 1 for 5 in the first game, drove in 2 runs for the Mets. So we got a runner on first, bottom of the first inning, 1 out. All right, Logan sets and deals. Here's the pitch, and lays it off on that changeup. So for ball 1, Logan definitely is one of the best changeups in the game. He has that Bugs Bunny type of changeup. Jeff McNeal is off to a great start for the Mets right now here in April. Mets are 8-3, lead the National League East. I believe they are the leaders in the National League East. Here's the windup in the pitch by Logan Webb. Goes right back with the changeup, and that's going to be foul. So that was a sinking fastball, so that's now tied 1-1.
Webb was great last year. It got better and better as the year went along, but probably was never better than he was in his 2 games against the Dodgers in the National League Division Series. Allowed just 1 run.
Oh, Logan Webb was unbelievable. I remember. I don't know if I did that game, but I know he was. I think he pitched 8 innings. I think he pitched 8 innings in that game. Snap throw to first, over to Brandon Belt, but Lindor gets back.
They lost it 2-1 on a 9th inning run driven in by Cody Bellinger, and then Max Scherzer coming out.
Also, let me know if you guys can hear the audio in the background. Ryan says that the MLB have all-star games like football and basketball. Yeah, it's in the summer. It's in July. Here's the pitch.
Now you got the 2 guys.
So football, you know that they do theirs before the Super Bowl. So Dodgers in most combined regular season wins by any 2 teams in postseason history. 6 pitchers used in Game 5. San Francisco 302 slugging percentage in the series. In the regular season, they had the highest in the National League at 440, which lets you know how they really struggle with power in the playoffs.
In the first game.
Dodgers did a good job pitching. Here's a pitch, and it's going to be fouled away. Count is even at 2-2. Pete Alonso on deck.
Game 5 is the only save in his major league career.
There is Buck Showalter
And it could be
opposing against Gabe Kapler of the Giants, who did an unbelievable job last year with the Giants having the best record in baseball last year. Unfortunately, it didn't lead to a world championship. But right now, I think they're in a 3-team race with the Dodgers right now in that National League West, with the Rockies actually coming off a very surprising start themselves.
In the World Series.
Giants trying to win it again. Here's the pitch. And McNeal grounds it over to Brell. Out at second to Crawford. And, oh, wow. Where was that ball going with Brandon Crawford? Like, did he not see?
In these two games, I don't think I've ever seen more opportunities to have a double play with a pitcher covering. This one not even close.
Yeah, that was a clear double play. I don't know how Brandon Crawford even.
A lot of shortstops, and you'd have to ask them. But I think they try to ease up when they make the throw to a pitcher at first, and it always ends up being a bad throw.
Well, Logan Webb took the fault, but he wasn't the one who threw that baseball.
He was a little late.
So I don't understand how. I'm sorry, that's on Brandon Crawford. I mean, what kind of throw was that?
He's hit 3 home runs this year. They've all come as a designated hitter.
Here's Pete Alonso.
DHing in game 2 tonight after going 0 for 4 in the opener, playing first base.
And the pitch, runner on first, and that's going to be a ball. So the count is 1-0. That was a routine double play.
He wasn't sure what the play was. Little hesitation. He had to keep going.
Oh, okay. I guess he kind of why he hesitated. So that kind of is his fault to an extent. But still, Brandon Crawford made the bad throw. I mean, it's either that or you just hold it. I wouldn't have done that. And the pitch is going to be low.
It's not a bad matchup for Pete. Now, Webb is a great pitcher. He's one of the bright young stars, pitching arms in the game. But he's a low ball pitcher, and Pete likes the ball down.
Pete, 209, 3 home runs, 14 RBIs.
Alonso had a home run against Webb last year.
And the pitch. Fouled off.
1 foul, 2-1.
2-1.
Scored only 2 runs in 7 of the third innings against Webb. And Pete was one of the few Mets who succeeded against him in that game.
Bottom of the damn. I haven't seen Robinson Cano in a while. What's good with him? Is he?
San Francisco.
Does anybody know what's happened to Robinson Cano? Because I haven't seen him since the Washington series.
Noted high school quarterback.
Here's the 2-1. Alonso grounds it out over the third. Vossler fields it over to Brandon Belt, and the out is made. So the Mets get 1 hit, no runs, 1 man left on base. At the end of 1, headed to the top of the second inning, we are scoreless, and the San Francisco Giants are coming up to bat. So it was a 1-2-3 inning, so I'm pretty sure the 4, 5, 6 hitters are coming up for the San Francisco Giants, which would be okay. How did I get to the Giants page when I need to get to the game? There we go. All right, back to the Giants. All right, so we have Jock Peterson, Brandon Crawford, and I think it's Tyro Estrada. Wait, let me make sure that I'm saying it right. Who's playing the second base? It is, let's see how you pronounce his name. And if you could just get this loaded, this would be great. Let me click it one more time. Still not. Let's click on full player profile. Thank you. Oh, Tyro Estrada. There we go. So, yeah, Peterson, Crawford, and Estrada coming up next. Peterson, former Dodger. I would still be okay with it. It doesn't offend me off Dang, I would like to see how you can. Could I share? You know what? I'm gonna try to see if I could do something for probably tomorrow. Probably in terms of like kind of sharing screens. I'm gonna try to see if I can do it. Gonna figure out how to do it, and then once I do, then I might have to do maybe like a window capture just to see how this works. Let me see if I can do this.
Live or on
I'm going to
demand,
give
plus
this a
MLB
shot,
Big
folks.
inning and select pregame and postgame coverage. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. Jock Peterson, who homered in Game 1, swings and misses at a Max Scherzer fastball as we start the second.
Max always means business, but I think it's up a notch this evening.
You know, normally when you have a double,
All right, Max has got the 0-1 over to
notice,
Jock Peterson
like we had
and the
today.
0-1. Strike two.
The veteran pitcher
On the outside corner with the slider.
pitches the
Strike
first
two.
game.
Yes.
Because there's certainty about what time the game is going to start. You don't have to sit around and wait to see whether there's a rain delay or extra innings or anything like that, and an uncertain second game start time.
And that's going to be a
In
ball.
this case, Scherzer asked to pitch the second game. What do you make of that?
A couple of things. One is that he likes to pitch around this time. 90% of his starts are going to be in the 7 o'clock hour. So I think why not get it started right now? I also think because of the extra inning rule, I always pick the first game.
All right, so that pitch is going to be a ball, and that count is now even at 2-2.
18 innings. You're there for 4 hours in the clubhouse.
Here's the 2-2 from
I don't
Scherzer.
have to worry quite as much
Fouled
about
away
that,
by
although it
Jock
was a
Peterson,
3.5
still 2-2.
first game. And I think also, you know, Scherzer is such a creature of adrenaline. I think he feeds off the crowd as much as any pitcher. And for the 3 o'clock game, you just weren't going to have the same kind of gathering that you have for the night game. So maybe that has something to do.
Here's the windup in the pitch by Scherzer, and it's going to be slapped away by Peterson on the breaking ball, and that's going to be a foul, still
Or
2-2.
maybe he had something to do with 3.
Who knows? None of us knows for sure, but he wanted the second game, and he's got it. Here he is, pitching on the Citi Field mound for the first time as a Met, wearing blue. Gosh, it looks good.
It does look good.
All right, here's the 2-2 by Scherzer. And
Center field.
Peterson hits it to center field. Brandon Nimmo is there to make the first play of the out. One away.
He's the veteran. He wanted the first game.
Did he choose?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, did he have dinner plans tonight?
All right, that's going to bring up Brandon Crawford.
Plans every night.
Well,
But,
but he was originally scheduled to work last night and tonight,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So he was able to maybe make dinner plans that he didn't.
242 average, 1 home run, 3 RBI, 669
He's
OPS.
got the
for Brandon
other
Crawford.
number into our new executive producer, and he got there a little quicker than I did.
Gotcha. Got the back challenge.
Exactly.
All right, here's Max
Crawford,
on the
2 hits,
pitch.
2 RBIs.
And on the first pitch, he's going to pop it up straight up in the back by home plate.
To the backstop,
And
just beyond his reach.
Nito can't make the
Never
play.
going to be easy for Tomas. There are so few balls.
Tomas could not make the play.
Here in foul territory.
So that's gonna be 0-1, strike one.
Back to the stands. It was one that might have had a chance, but I think the wind got a hold of that. Crawford's had success against Scherzer, 6 for 15 with a couple of home runs.
Yeah, so he's hitting 400 off of Scherzer.
400 against Max Scherzer.
6 for 15. All right, here's the 0-1. Upstairs, ball 1 on the 94-mile-an-hour fastball.
You know what I did remember about Max? Not only did he pitch all those.
Here's the
successful
1-1 by
games in the
Scherzer.
field, he
Fouled
actually
off,
pitched to Shea
strike
Stadium
2.
as a rookie with the Diamondbacks.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
2008.
2 no-hitters in 2015. One of them here, of course, when he struck out 17 Mets.
One of the most dominant pitching performances of all time. The one base runner in that game. Came on there, I think. Right?
Yes.
1-2. Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
Back foot slider. Third strikeout for Scherzer as he takes care of Crawford for the second out.
So that is the second out of the inning as Brandon Crawford strikes out. 2 away.
Are spot on so far. He is locked in early. You know, he never had that cutter slider early in his career, and he developed it because he was having a little trouble getting lefties out. Been a big difference.
This year, the lefties are hitting 192 against him. There's Tyro Estrada, 2 for 5 in the opener today. And he takes the fastball just off the plate.
Here's Tyro Estrada.
And the curveball pulled just
Curveball is going to be
So
fouled.
Scherzer today is trying to get a win after winning his first start and winning his second start. If I give you 100 guesses, I don't know if you could guess the last Mets pitcher to start and win his
All right,
first
2 outs. We got a
appearance.
1-1 count, top of the second here in Citi Field. Mets and San Francisco Giants scoreless. Here's the pitch. Inside. Wow, they called a strike? I thought that ball was a little inside.
I might even be able to give you the initials if you wouldn't get it. Wow.
Max Scherzer from St. Louis, Missouri, 6'3". I believe he's just over 200 pounds.
Sosa.
Fans on their feet. Here's the fit. Oh, check swing. Did he go? He said he went around. Strike 3. So Scherzer once again gets 2 strikeouts here, and that's his 4th strikeout. That's already his 4th strikeout as Estrada is out on strikes. So Scherzer with 4 strikeouts right now, currently through 2. So headed to the bottom of the second inning. No runs, no hits. 1-2-3 inning. And right now it is scoreless, and the New York Mets are coming up to bat in the bottom of the second inning. As you guys hear with the familiar music right there in the background. Let's see. Due up for the New York Mets as we get the update on these pitches right here between Scherzer and Estrada, as the 4-letter number does so well, and I'm surprised that it takes more time. We got Eduardo Escobar, we got Dominic Smith, and Starling Marte, 5, 6, 7 coming up for the New York Mets. If you have not hit the like button, make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to also hit the subscribe button for the Louis Sports Network for baseball, football, and basketball content. Also with other uploads, sometimes might even include also wrestling as well. So just make sure you guys, stay tuned and make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe if you have not already. Definitely appreciate you guys taking the time to being part of the stream. And shout out to everybody that's already here. If you are a Giants fan, salute. Also, if you are a fan of the Mets, also salute. We are at Citi Field, Queens, New York, here on the Louis Sports Network. All right, so definitely hope you guys are enjoying the commentary as well. Right now, we have a scoreless game headed to the bottom of the second. As I mentioned for the lineup, we got Eugenio Escobar, we got Dominic Smith, and Starling Marte. So that's 5, 6, 7 for the Mets coming up. As for your commentators doing the game, this is the SNY people. So that's Gary Cohen and Ron Darling. Pitching for the Giants is Logan Webb. And the pitch, and that's going to be a ball. Mets came into this series starting at 7-3, while the Giants came in at 7-2. Right now, Mets are 8-3. The Giants are 7-3. Here's the pitch by Logan Webb. And all right. So just like that, we got an opposite field base hit by Eugenio Escobar, as he's on for first with a leadoff single to start the bottom of the second.
When I see certain teams have a real game plan,
real nice piece of hitting too
against the pitcher, and certainly against Webb with that good sinker and changeup going the other way.
That looked like a sinker. He tried to. That looked like a sinker. Yeah, he tried. Yeah, that was a sinker. Nice piece of hitting right there.
Talk about going against Type. Will went into that game thinking, the Giants are going to be taken early in the count, so I'm going to get ahead of people.
All right, here's Dominic Smith, first baseman for the New York Mets.
He was able to figure it out over his last 3 innings and get through 6 as his team.
Here's the pitch. That's going to be a strike by Logan Webb, strike 1.
57 pitches.
Right now, currently, he is 2 for 18 right now in the season, 1 RBI, 403 OPS this season. So that would be 1 hit every 9 at-bats if you were to do the math and do that. So that's looking like at about a 111 average. Logan sets from the stretch and deals, and the ball is inside. Tried the slider, but that's going to be a ball.
Today's City Community Home Runs fan of the game is Lisa from Manhattan. Go to sny.tv.
Fan of the game.
Good luck, Lisa. Escobar at first and nobody out.
All right, here's the windup in the pitch by Logan Webb, and it's going to be a grounder. Belt throws it over to Crawford. Back over to first of the pitcher, and no, it's not safe. They cannot convert the double play. They cannot get the 3-6-1 double play, and so Dominic Smith will go to first with 1 out. So Brandon Belt was 3.
This time Crawford first, Belt with the throw.
The throw was better by Brandon Crawford. All right, here's a throw by Belt.
This time Crawford
the Brandon brothers, Brandon and Brandon.
That was on the base.
That was a much better throw. But I think if he throws it a little harder, it probably would have zipped in much quicker. But they don't get the play. All right, so they don't get the play, and now here's Starling Marte, number 7 hitter for the Mets. Here's the windup in the pitch. Swing and a miss by Logan Webb on that slider, strike one. Starling Marte, 262 average, 2 home runs, 10 RBI, 755 OPS. Against Logan, he is 2 for 3. So small sample size, but he's got multi hits off of Logan Webb. All right, here's the 0-1 by Webb, and that's off the plate on the sinking fastball. That's going to be a ball.
It was 2014.
So it's 1-1.
I have to ask Buck after this what the thinking was. You don't think of Marte as
what was he going to ask?
1 for 4 in the opener.
All right, here's the 1-1. Swing and fouled off, strike 2.
When the pitcher covering at first on the double play, you know how athletes are so competitive. My goal always.
Starling Marte in his career, over 1,000 games played, 289 average, 128 home runs, 512 RBIs. So that's 1,144 career games. Webb backs up a little bit, kind of bends the arm a little bit on the back, trying to set up the pitch. Catcher gives him the signal, sets his feet, pitches from the stretch, and here it is. And Marte sits it over to right center field. So the guard makes the play for the second of the inning, 2 away.
So 2 out now, the clean-shaven LouisSportsNetwork.
Oh, wow. Yo, I don't even recognize Guy Jorman, son. He had a full beard not just a couple days ago. Wow. I don't even recognize him. He doesn't have a hit this season. No home runs, no ribbies, 143 OPS. Wow. I cannot believe that. Dang, he has no beard. I don't even recognize the guy. Here's a pitch, and that's going to be a strike.
Walks up to the ping pong table in the clubhouse and starts playing with this guy.
Wow. I do not recognize him at all. All right, so Logan Webb starts him off with a strike. Runner on first, 2 outs. Here's the windup and the pitch, and that's going to be a ball upstairs, and that's going to be 1-1. Count is even.
He said he was thinking about shaving it later in the year when it got warmer, but he said the 0 for 12 definitely accelerated the process.
I mean, that was a good run the first game. It was not an easy pitcher to run against.
Came in the 9th inning, pitch hitting, he laid down a sacrifice.
Here's the pitch, and that's going to be off the plate, and that's 2-1.
Logan Webb, 25 years old, 4th round pick by the Giants in 2014. Came up 2 years ago and last year established himself as
all righty.
One of the pitching stars of this game.
2-1 count. Here's the windup in the pitch by Logan Webb. Check swing, and he holds up, and the count is now 3-1.
When I look at his sinker, you know who he reminds me of? Another guy named Webb.
Brandon Webb, yes.
The Diamondbacks.
Cy Young Award winner.
Until he hurt his arm and really never was able to recover.
Brandon Webb was actually good at one time. So for those of you who don't know about Brandon Webb, he had one of the best sinking fastballs in the game. Pitch, and that's ball 4. So Guy Jorman will take a base. So 2 on with 2 outs, and that'll bring up the catcher Tomas Nido for the Mets. Lowest ERA since the start of 2021. Corbin Burns, 2.41. Max Scherzer, 2.5. Walker Buehler for the Dodgers, 2.51. Lance Lynn, 2.69. Brandon Woodruff, 2.78. And Logan Webb at 2.8 in 150 innings pitched of minimum at least. Here's Tomas Nido, 3 for 13. No home runs, no RBIs, 462 OPS.
In the day game. Now getting the start in the nightcap. 3 for 13 to start the year. Looking for his first run batted in. Smith at second. Guillorme at first with 2 out.
All right, here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ball. Wait, check swing. And nope, they said no, he didn't go. Might want to check the replay on that, see if he held his bat.
Mentioned that Webb was drafted out of high school in 2014.
2 runners on.
Hit his stride until
Bottom of the second. Mets with a chance to drive one in. Second game of a 4-game set. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Took something off of that slider. Strike 2.
In 2019, he was suspended for half the season because he was found to have used PEDs.
Oh, I'm sorry. Strike 1.
So that certainly set his progress back.
If you talk to the Giants people, his maturity off the field has produced now what you're seeing on the field, and it took some time.
Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss on that slider. Strike 2.
The pitches that he throws down in the zone, sinkers and the change-ups and the sliders.
It's crazy.
He generates the highest ground ball rate of any pitcher in the majors. Last year, 61% of the batted balls against him were hit on the ground. That was number 1.
2 runners on, 2 outs, 1-2, bottom of the second. Logan Webb trying to get out of this inning. Here's the pitch, and the ball is going to be flighted out to right, and Yastrzemski is there to make the play for the final out. So, no run, 1 hit, 2 men left on base along with a walk. So, through 2, headed to the top of the third. It is a scoreless game. That's with 2 hits, San Francisco with none, and the Giants are back up to bat. All right, let's take a look at the Giants batting order. That would be, let's see, we still got Steven Duggar, we got Jason Vossler, and we got Casali the catcher coming up. So it'll be 7-8-9 for the Giants, for your San Francisco Giants. I think Logan Webb has been a little shaky, but he's been able to get out of the inning, so he hasn't been that sharp. But on the other hand, Max Scherzer has been sharp. Struck out 2 of the 3 hitters in the first 2 innings of the first and the second. So he's looked good so far. Mets have 2 hits, but again, it's one of those things, bend but don't break. So Logan Webb's done a really good job so far to avoid any type of runs. So let's see if he can continue to do that. Hopefully for Logan Webb, he probably could get better as the game goes on, but we will see. Also, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget that tomorrow, basketball-wise, I'm going to be doing the Nets and the Celtics at TD Garden. So I've already set up the stream. All I need you guys to do is make sure to hit the like button. Hopefully, we get a really nice crowd because I definitely going to be doing that game, and we're going to get the commentary up and popping, man. It's going to be pat. I think this could be the series. This is probably the one series where you could see a lot of passion, like a lot of passion, like in terms of just the quality of basketball. Just awesome. All right, also strong starts. Consecutive seasons with 200-plus strikeouts in Major League history. Max Scherzer passed Walter Johnson, Hall of Famer, Roger Clemens, who should be in the Hall of Fame, and Chris Sale, who unfortunately is injured, one of the best pitchers in the game. The record is by Tom Seaver from 68 to 76. He has 9 straight seasons with 200-plus strikeouts. Max Scherzer last year just had 8 straight. Can he make it 9 and tie Tom Seaver this year? We will find out, but that would be a heck of an accomplishment. Here's Duggar, and the pitch is going to be upstairs for ball 1. Duggar, 214 average, no home runs, 4 RBIs, 579 OPS. In the first game, he went 1 for 4. Here's Duggar, swing and a miss on the breaking ball, strike 1.
Really, everything is working. Big hook.
Scherzer's dealing. I mean, if he's dealing at this point, we might see double-digit strikeouts. Now, how many double-digit strikeouts? I don't know.
Third of the order after Scherzer retired the first 6.
Scherzer's already thrown, I think, 2 no-hitters? Here's the windup and the pitch on the 1-1. And Duggar drives it over to center field, but Nimmo is there to make the play for the first out, 1 away. Just like that. Shout out to Ryan. Been loving these playoffs without having you-know-who in the playoffs and hearing about the guy every day. They're going to find a way to talk about him, no matter what.
Speaking of Jake, by the way,
they talked about him today.
His next MRI
according to Braun, he wants to shoot more free throws this upcoming season. Here's Jason Vossler, 2 for 4, no home runs, 1 RBI, 1250 OPS. Went 2 for 4 in the first game. Here's the windup in the pitch by Scherzer. Right down the middle with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball, strike 1.
his first action of 2022.
I like this shot. I saw you guys use it in the first game. I know where the fielders are now.
It'll give you a good sense of the shift.
Here's the 0-1. Strike two. Right down the middle with the fastball. 0-2.
Jason Vossler's got to have a lot of family here, right?
Well, if he was able to get them to the ballpark.
Where's Vossler from? Is he from New York? If so, what part? I need to know. All right, here's the windup in the pitch by Scherzer. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 5 on the slider as Vossler is out. 2 away. Last season, fastballs. Opponent average first. They couldn't hit that. Breaking balls, they were 9th in the league. 4th in off-speed pitches. Overall, hitters only hit 185.
But he's a genius as the way he uses
Scherzer is hard to hit. Very hard to hit.
That makes them all a little better.
So, like I said, he was first against an opponent average against his Kurt Casale, 1 for 10. No home runs, no RBIs, 300 OPS this season. But you guys heard that stat, right? First in the league in opponent fastball percentage, 9th in the league in breaking ball percentage, so in the top 10, and 4th in the league in off-speed percentage. Overall, he was the hardest to hit in baseball in opponent average, 185, as his breaking ball goes for a strike. And once again, economical, 37 pitches so far. Here's the 1-1. Check swing. Did he go? No. So that'll be 2-1. Ryan says, do you think that history will repeat itself for the Warriors if they win a title? Doc said, or Glenn said, that 2015 Warriors were lucky to win because of the major players they faced were injured. I hope it doesn't apply to this year, but so far it's beginning to come to fruition. Here's the pitch. Strike two. I mean, even though that's partly true, Doc should be the last to talk. Your team blew a 3-1 lead against the Houston Rockets, so you should be the last talking, Glenn Rivers. Anyway, crowd on their feet at Citi Field, Queens, New York. Here's a 2-2. Ooh, he didn't get it, just off, and that's going to be a full count at 3-2. Fans not liking that. They thought he got the call, but no, it was off the plate. And I'm a big Max Scherzer fan. I actually went to go see his no-hitter against the Nationals 7 years ago, almost 7 years ago in October. Here's a 3-2. Fouled away on the 94-mile-an-hour fastball. I was there. That was the year the Mets went to the World Series. So you can say I kind of gave the Mets a little bit of luck. No, I'm just playing. Well, in terms of the Warriors, it's going to depend on who they play in round 2 and round 3. So it depends. But right now with the Nuggets, they didn't have Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. Here's the 3-2 and check swing, but they're going to say ball. Is it? They said, oh no, they said check swing foul. Shout out to Director 97. Let's go Giants on the money line. Let's go Director 97, man. Salute to you.
Should I challenge him? Of course you have to. You don't want Yastrzemski to come up with great power next.
Who did you pick in the first game? Did you pick the Giants or did you pick the Mets?
I'd expect him to challenge him here.
All right, here's a 3-2. That's a ball. That's a ball. All right, Casale is on. Oh, wow, you won. Mets in that they won an extra. Of all time. Wow, look at that list. Highest strikeouts per 9 innings of all time. Scherzer's with Randy Johnson and Pedro Martinez in a minimum of 2,000 innings pitched. Pedro Martinez 10.04, Randy Johnson 10.61, Max Scherzer 10.71. That's incredible. Incredible. Here's Mike Yastrzemski, 0 for 1, strikeout, 179 average. No home runs, 1 RBI, 496 OPS for the Giants. Did a lot of Yastrzemski last year. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a strike on the outside corner. Director says, blind man director did indeed win, sir, brother. All right, there you go. Salute to you on the win. Guys, make sure to hit the like. Make sure to share the stream. Giants and Mets. Ryan says games 3 and 4 will tell if Kerr is going to keep his rotations continuing if they struggle on the need for a win or a loss on the road. I don't know. I think Curry might start on the road. All right. Yastrzemski flies it off to left. Mcneal is there, and he's going to make the play for the final out of the inning as Scherzer retires aside. So No runs, no hits, 1 walk, 1 man left on base. Headed to the bottom of the 3rd inning. We are still scoreless right now with the score of 0-0. All right, now let's check the batters coming up in the bottom of the 3rd inning for the New York Mets. So now as I scroll down, scroll. All right, we have back to the top of the lineup: Brandon Nimmo, Francisco Lindor, and Jeff McNeil. Top 3 hitters coming up for the New York Mets. As I said before, Giants coming in at 7-2. Right now they are 7-3 after today's loss in the first game of the doubleheader, and then this will be the second game. Oh, you got a bunch tonight? All right. I got to see some of that. That Mets-Giants first game was a heck of a game. Yeah, man, I saw Lindor won an extra. I didn't get to see the game because I was like pretty much busy throughout the day. But that's great that the Mets got the win. Like I said, I want to see the Mets do well this year. I want them to win the division. I think it would be great to see New York baseball back in Queens and Citi Field again. That would be awesome. I can imagine what the postseason would be like with the Mets back in the playoffs. It'd be great. Ryan says Kerr just needs to have the young players experience adversity in order to build confidence. Kerr doesn't need to rely on Steph, Clay, and Draymond to bail them out of the young players that have bad games. That's why I think it's great that Steph is coming off the bench and that Kerr didn't start him. Kind of the mistake he did with Clay, which is why the Warriors went through such a rough patch, not just with the injuries, but the chemistry. But they're starting to get it together again, though, which is good. I will give you some that I got in a second. Okay. I kind of have to see the rest of that money line, though. You know, I'm really interested in wanting to see the rest of that money line.
As the New York, first Gotham.
Giants franchise history established as the NY Gothams in 1883. I know that. They moved to San Francisco in 1958. They became the New York Giants after that. 8 World Series titles, 3 since the move to San Francisco: 2010, 2012, 2014. Here's the pitch, and by Logan Webb. Brandon Nimmo. Brandon Bell scoops it up and takes it himself for the first out of the inning. 1 away.
Well, the rivalry between the Dodgers and Giants.
Chock full of nuts. January 14, 1957.
Robinson played his entire major league career for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Was traded
Did he write this?
to the Giants after the 1956 season.
Oh.
Opted not to report to the Giants.
Oh.
With chock full of nuts. And
see, I didn't even realize
his
that.
Career, rather than wear the uniform of the rival Giants.
Oh. I didn't know that. I didn't know Jackie got traded there. That's interesting.
Giant stalwart to pitching for the Dodgers at the end.
Here's Francisco Lindor, 1 for 1 with a single, 308.
Lindor had an opposite
Pitch.
field hit his first time up.
Here's the 0-1. Now it's the 1-0. Now it's 2-0. Oh, I did not know Jackie got traded.
Lindor 3 for 6 in the.
I just thought he retired after his career with. He just retired. All right, and Lindor 2 for 2 down the right field line. And he's going to try to go for 2. Yastrzemski throws to the second, and it's not in time to Brandon Crawford as Lindor gets himself a 1-out double. So he is 2 for 2 in the game as Lindor trying to get himself a hot bat.
Well, look at this swing from the side. Beautiful balance by Lindor.
Let me see that. Really nice pitch right there. Hitting right there. Brian says, of course, the media is going to try hard to knock the Warriors down by guessing up Poole more, comparing them to Steph, kind of like Rocky V, where the guy Rocky trained was full of himself. I mean, Jordan Poole definitely is in the running for most improved player, and I think he's deserving of that award, as well as the other guys that are in the running for most improved. Here's Jeff McNeal. Here's the windup in the pitch, and that's going to be a ball. Change up for 1-0. McNeal grounded into a fielder's choice season with runners in scoring position. He is hitting .333 this year with 5 RBIs. So Jeff McNeal coming in the clutch for the New York Mets. And if you want to do some math, as we do sometimes on the channel, that is 1 hit every 3 at-bats. All right, and we got a timeout. Logan Webb tries to check, comes off the bag. Looking at second. Mets trying to get on the board first.
try to make sure they.
Logan trying to get out of the inning.
Maybe a pickoff play.
Did you like Stephen A's name for the death lineup? What? As he called it the death lineup? Oh, he called it Lethal Weapon 3? I didn't even know. I didn't even look. Here's the pitch off the plate, and that's going to be 2-0.
So he fell behind 2-0 to Lindor, 2-0 to Mcneal. He's already walked a batter in this game.
Well, obviously it's copyright.
I think I said
he could have tried to come with a little something more creative. That's so unoriginal by Stephen A. So sarcastically, I go, so original. We got Lindor at second, bottom of the third. Mets and Giants scoreless here in Citi Field. Here's the pitch by Logan Webb, and that's going to be Casali frames it for a strike because I thought that ball was off the plate. So that was pretty good framing by Kirk Casali. And the count is now 2-1. So like I said, Webb is he hasn't pitched bad, but he's a little shaky though. Suns 9.5, pending the NHL Blues.
Giant pitcher had done that since 1917.
Yeah, the Suns should win. I think you'll see a better Pelicans team in game 2, but I still got the Suns winning. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be fouled off, and the count is even at 2-2 as Mcneal puts his head up in disgust like, poor foul.
I know you guys talked about it in the first
So the count is now 2-2.
There's a lot of catching by both catchers in the Mets and the Giants with a right knee or left knee down.
Certainly impeded Joey Bart's ability to stop a couple of.
Webb is at 40 pitches. McNeil is 0 for 1. Here in the bottom of the third. 1 out. Here's the windup and the pitch by Webb. And the ball is hit foul over the right side by the first base side. It's still 2-2.
And then he covers the pitch count with his hand.
I don't know that. I wouldn't know the explanation on that. First, he gave hand signals. That's usually to tell you what sign you're going to give if you're doing it with your fingers. But that just might be an old habit he has. Now, he's got to look at it to figure it out.
All right, once again, Lindor's at second. Here's the 2-2 ball. Count is 3-2.
The third 3-2. Well, the whole pitch comp thing is a work in progress in terms of setting the volume correctly so everybody can hear it. We saw Brandon Crawford struggling to hear in the first game. We know Adam Ottavino had trouble with it on Sunday. James McCann has put the thing inside his chest protector because he's afraid of somebody getting close up and reading which button he's pushing if he pushes it on his wrist. So
pretty easy.
We're still trying to figure this thing out.
Shout out to Steve Alexander. He says the Warriors are running a 3-guard lineup, which is true. That's right. You're right, Steve. All right. Peterson makes the play on the fly out by Jeff McNeil. So that's the second out of the inning, 2 outs.
Who's playing the lead in this expensive Broadway play? I don't know. I think she's a work in progress. I mean, it's hard to make it a work in progress while real games are being played. It's got to be frustrating sometimes.
I didn't get a chance to see your picks yet.
But of course, that's part of the problem with any new technology is you can perfect it all you want until it actually goes into operation under game conditions.
Let me see. Ryan says, I have a feeling if the Suns face the Warriors, the Suns going to do the same thing that the Rockets try to do with CP3 by competing with them with threes. They shouldn't do that.
How about Suzuki, the start he's gotten off to for the Cubs?
First Cub to begin his Cubs career with a 9-game hitting streak.
All right, here's the pitch by Webb.
In 1943.
Strike.
It's a blast. Name from the past.
Saying that Webb had a streak of 14 straight starts of 2 runs or less, first since 1917 when Ferdy Shupp did it.
Dang, wow, that's really old school. Some real stats. Here's the 0-1 by Logan Webb. Swing and a miss to Pete Alonso for strike 2. So Logan Webb with an opportunity to escape what looked like could have been trouble, in this inning, and then he goes back unscathed. So this would be great for him.
Lindor at second with 2 out. Webb ahead in the count 0-2 on Alonso.
All right. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be once again off the plate away. So that's going to be 1-2. In that series, the key matchup will be Clay against Booker T. An interesting matchup.
Your toes, you can push off a little bit with that left foot. You can move that right foot a little to give you more.
The funny thing is, there's a couple of X factors in that series if they were to play. You're looking at guys like DeAndre Ayton and Poole and Cam Johnson. I would even go as far as Gary Payton II, too, or Jonathan Kuminga. Here's the 1-2, and the ball is slapped. Oh, Andrew Wiggins, that's another one. Foul.
But then he had to look up to see if Webb was shaking him off. That's right.
Yeah, I think that it's a work in progress.
All right, so the count is 1-2.
Who's a little old school.
Webb at 47 pitches. I'm interested to see how Draymond is going to guard DeAndre Ayton. That would be interesting.
Having it inside his chest protector is pushing the buttons blindly so he can look out at the pitcher while he's pushing it to see if he's shaking. Salvi's got to go back and forth. Look up, see the shake, try something else, see the shake.
Let's see what we got.
Yeah.
You say yeah? Okay.
So far, Scherzer's had no interest in dealing with the pitch count.
That's what I'm saying. And the way he looks so disinterested. Oh, man. All right, here's the 1-2. Check swing. Did he go? No. So that is going to be 2-2.
It certainly is slowing Webb down rather than speeding it up.
And you were right, Gary. He is a very quick worker, and maybe because of trying to figure this out, it's taking a little longer than normal.
Two and two to Alonso. Escobar would be next.
All right, here's the pitch. And way off the plate, and the runner advances to third as the ball gets past Casali. So Lindor goes to third on that pass pitch by Logan Webb. Ryan says, I think Clay is in a great situation where he's at because he doesn't have to defend the best defender on the opposing team. Not like he's done in the past.
Interesting to hear after the game whether these two have gotten a little discombobulated using the technology.
All right, Francisco Lindor advances to third on that pass ball with a chance to score a home, and right now we're at a full count.
This is post-Buster Posey.
So full count to Pete Alonso. Let's see if Lindor's going to be going. Obviously, 2 outs.
With no runner at second base.
All right, runner's going 3-2, and that's a ball.
So after getting ahead on Pete 0-2, he loses Alonso.
So Logan Webb with his second walk of the game as Pete Alonso draws a walk. Steven says, do you think the Major League MLB should expand to 32 or even 34 teams? Mexico City gets mentioned a lot. I would go 32. I think 34 is a little too much. That's a little bit more than what it should be. I think 32 is fine, kind of like they have in football. I think 32 would be fine. But then that means if they were to do that, one team, because you see how the National League Central already has. Well, actually, no. Now that I think about it, no, because. Wait a minute, who's in the AL West? Let me see. It's the Rangers. It's the Astros. Hold on, Rangers, Astros, A's, Angels, Mariners. Oh, they got 5. Here's Eduardo Escobar. The Central Division has 5 as well. Who they got? They got Kansas City, Chicago, Cleveland, Detroit. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a ball. And Minnesota. And then obviously the AL East with the Yankees, Red Sox, Rays, Blue Jays, and Orioles. Actually, it's evened out, yeah. So now each division is actually going to have one more team probably in their division, depending on what that. My question is, where would you put Mexico City? That looks like it might be a Central Division team. Here's the 1-0. And that's going to be, or it could be a National League West team. Yeah.
It's back to a mobile high-speed pitch. Scherzer's topped out at 96, Webb at 93.
So fastball 93 for Logan Webb, 96 for Max Scherzer Max. All right, we got a 2-0 count. Runners on the corners.
He's just 2 for 4 with runners in scoring position.
It's in a nice spot here, though.
Yep, here's Dominic Smith. Here's the 2-0. Ball 3-0. Yeah, Logan Webb hasn't been really sharp tonight. He doesn't really have his command like I thought he would. So he's struggling right now with his command.
Hitters gave up 2 hits to Lindor and Escobar on that pitch.
He's already thrown 21 pitches in this inning.
All right, here's the 3-0. That's a strike. Clearly, strike in the middle. Strike one.
Dom Smith would be next.
All righty. Ryan says now you have Wiggins and GP the second. Clay won't be gas now. Oh yeah, well they have more wings now. So actually, the Warriors are actually kind of, they got some depth in their wings. Here's a pitch.
And Escobar fouls off the sinker 3-2.
All right, so Escobar fouls it off 3-2. So count still full. We are here at Citi Field, ladies and gentlemen, man. We got the Giants against the Mets. Make sure to hit the like button as you guys in. If you have not hit the like button, we have a 3-2 count, full count to Eduardo Escobar. I said Eugenio. Eduardo Escobar. Runners are going to be going. Runners in the corners. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be fouled off by Escobar. Mets with a golden opportunity here to get to Logan Webb here in the bottom of the third. But so far, it has not happened as of yet.
He's just trying to throw it for a strike, Gary, just in case Escobar took it. Sometimes you hold on to it a little too long.
Oh, there's a nice Mets fan with probably her mom. His mom. Nice little family right there, mother and son. I got to go to Citi Field, and I'm definitely going to be going this year. Here's a 3-2. Oh, went with that sinking fastball, and that's going to be fouled off again by Eduardo Escobar. That would have been ball 4. He's actually tried to hit ball 4 twice. Should have tried to lay off. I would have laid off that pitch. That's what I would have done.
When their team is batting. That's right.
Ryan says, I know it's early, but I like this version of Golden State than 2016 and 2017 to an extent. Actually, that team is actually reminding me of 2015. This current Golden State Warriors team is reminding me of 2015. Here's the 3-2, and he hits it, pulls it, ground ball, base hit on the right side past Brandon Belt. Lindor's going to score. Lonzo's being waved home. He's going. Here's the throw to the plate, and he slides it safe. And the Mets take a 2-0 lead on a 2-run double by Eduardo Escobar, and the Mets take a 2-0 lead on the Giants.
What a great turn it back by Escobar.
How about Escobar on that at bat? Gets himself a base hit.
Well, here's a swing first. Another changeup right in
the middle of the plate, pulls it over to the right side. Since the way Brandon Belt was playing him, just a little to the right, just enough to peek through the hole past Belt for a base hit. Yastrzemski throwing that ball. Estrada tries to throw it, but Casali's too late on the tag. But that was a nice play. All right, so the Mets take a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the third.
He picks up Cora, and Cora's waving the whole time. Let's go, big fella.
Ryan says, would you bet the media would play You Know Who I Am interview before Game 2 Celtics and Nets? Wait, what are you talking about?
Dive into the outside of that plate. The sweep tag by Casali. Not even close.
So
are you talking about Jay? If you're talking about Jay Reed, are you talking about Jay Reed? I don't know. If you are, the Mets take a 2-0 lead right now here in the bottom of the third on a 2-run double by Escobar on a hitting changeup that he just hit off of Logan Webb.
It no longer is a changeup.
Dom Smith.
Here's Dom Smith, and he hits it into center field in the base hit. Escobar rounds third. He's going to score. Dom Smith is at first, and he gets himself a 2-out single, driving in with an RBI. So RBI single for Dominic Smith, and the Mets take a 3-0 lead.
Logan Webb is on the ropes.
So tough inning for Logan Webb here in the bottom of the third.
Like I said before, just a really nice approach by this offense.
Nah, he left that slider up on the plate, right in the middle.
Nice job by Dominic staying back.
Good job by Dominic. KD infamous quote, you know who I am, I'm Kevin Durant. I mean, they might play it. Maybe. Here's Starling Marte. And that's going to be a ball. So, wow, Logan Webb is really off right now. Starling Marte, 0 for 1 with a fly out, 256 average, 2 home runs, 10 RBI, 738 OPS. These are two good baseball teams. Two very good baseball teams. Here's the pitch. And Marte fouls it off, strike one. So Scherzer with a nice little 3-1 lead. Because that gave Kepler with
those two fastballs.
Bailey came out to talk. talk to him, and I'm sure that was part of the message that the pitching coach brought. great at bat for Escobar. 30th pitch of the inning upcoming for Webb.
30 pitches. Webb is at 62 pitches now. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a strike. So he had 32 through 2. He's at 62 right now through 3. Well, 2 2/3 because he's still got to get an out to finish 3 innings, but he's thrown 30 pitches. This is going to be pitch number 31 on the 1-2 to Marte. Here's the 1-2. Marte grounds it over to short. Crawford throws it over to second to Estrada to get the fourth. But the Mets get 3 runs. They get 3 runs on 3 hits. 1 man left on base after the out. So through 3, it's the Mets 3 and the Giants nothing. So the Mets up 3-0. They get a bottom 3 spot there in the bottom of the 3rd inning. All right, for the Giants right now, we have it's supposed to be Brandon Belt, Darren Ruff, and Jock Peterson. 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up for the Giants. As the Mets take a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the 3rd, headed to the top of the 4th. Yo, shout out to Terry Rivers. He says, let's go Mets. All right, got a Mets fan in the building, man. Salute to you, Terry Rivers. Appreciate you coming on through. Let me see. What Kevin Durant will you see tomorrow? Mad KD, Slim Reaper, or the KD from Game 1? Well, let's face it. He went 9 for 24 in Game 1. KD doesn't really have 2 bad games in a row like normally, so expect a different KD Game 2. But if I'm the Boston Celtics, I actually switch it. I'll actually double Kyrie Irving and let Kevin Durant go off if I'm Boston, especially if the Nets are not going to play a system. If they're going to do my turn, your turn, I would let Kevin Durant go off, and I would try to contain Kyrie Irving. That's what I would do. Because remember, Kevin Durant didn't play well, but we can also say that with Jaylen Brown. We can say that about the Boston Celtics as a team. So, Terry, you got the Celtics winning this series against the Nets. This is hard, and it's a toss-up. I got this going 7. The funny thing is I picked Brooklyn, but I can see Boston winning this series too. But in order for Boston to win this series, they got to go up 3-0. I really feel that they got to go up 3-0. Because the thing is, I don't know what the makeup of his team is if they're only up 2-1 or if the Nets go up 2-1. I got to see. But I honestly think that they can because the Nets defensively, they're going to struggle. And Steve Nash as a head coach, I can tell you this, him as a head coach, they're not winning the championship. That's a given. But this is going to have to be kind of a feel out. And then you know what they say, that the series doesn't really start until the road team wins. Here's Joey Cora, third base coach for the Mets, top of the 4th. Intelligence right now. Oh, so you got the Celtics at 6. Okay. And the pitch by Scherzer to Brandon Belt, and it's going to be a ball, so that's on 1-0. Guys, make sure to hit the like. Make sure to share the stream. 294 average for Brandon Belt. Struck out his first time up. Scherzer with 5 strikeouts. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 on the fastball inside. Strike 1. Commentators are Gary Cohen and Ron Darling. So this game is on SNY. But you are not only hearing their commentary, but you are hearing the commentary of the Louis Sports Network. Here's the windup by Max Scherzer and the pitch. And the ball is going to be inside corner up high for strike 2. Nets defense is terrible, plus Kyrie and KD are not playing as a team. I agree with you there. You're right. They have an awful defense. I can't bank on Ben Simmons to be the difference maker. Here's the pitch. Belt hits it to right field line. It's pretty high, and it's going up, but it's going to go a foul ball. The way that camera angle showed that ball that Brandon Belt just said that went foul, looked like it was going out of the park. So Scherzer knows he got away with one on that pitch. He got away with that one.
Between a pitcher on one side, Scherzer, who's got 21 straight starts without a loss, and a pitcher on the other side, Logan Webb, who included the postseason, has got 24 straight starts without a loss. I mean, think about the odds of that.
All right, here's the 1-2 to Brandon Belt. That ball is going to be low, so the count is now even at 2-2. Scherzer is 13-0 in the last 21 regular season starts. 2.60 ERA during that span. This guy just doesn't really give up runs like that. That's how good Max Scherzer is, and I'm glad that the Mets got him. I wish he was a Yankee, but still, I'm glad the Mets got him. Here's the pitch, and the ball is going to be upstairs, and the count is full of 3-2. Terry says, Mets got a crazy pitching rotation. Can't wait for DeGrom to be part. Yo,
pitch against
I really want to see him. Mcneal is actually, you know, he can really be. I wish if Syndergaard was healthy, man. Here's the pitch, and Belt hits it to deep right. Marte is there, and he's gonna make the play for the first out. One away. Jacob deGrom is my favorite pitcher. Like I said, he reminds me a lot of Pedro Martinez, so which is why I'm kind of stuck to deGrom. Martinez, even though he played for the enemy, I know he did also pitch for the Mets, but Martinez was actually one of my favorite pitchers. I like Pedro.
I love that line.
The pressure is a privilege, not a problem. I really enjoy being where you are, expected to win, and that's what we're here to do. That's my job, and I love it. I love this quote by Max Scherzer.
She made that famous.
Pressure is a privilege.
Tennis.
I'm glad we got him. Here's a pitch, and that's going to be a strike. When I hear a player of Max Scherzer's caliber, the pitcher of his caliber, say pressure is a privilege, I like the sound of that. New York type of attitude. Here's a pitch. Strike two.
You have to identify which eye, which Max did when Dusty Baker asked him, you know, which eye should I look at? He said,
I'm excited to see this rotation, man. Exactly. Yo, here's the pitch. Yo, I don't know if you know, Terry, but Max Scherzer actually has the highest Ks per nine innings in Major League history. He's with Randy Johnson and Pedro. He actually has the highest. 10.71. Randy's is second at 10.64, and Pedro's at 10.04. Swinging on this. Scherzer strikes him out on the changeup. 6 strikeouts for Scherzer. He's striking out a hitter in every single inning. So that's the second out.
Doing that a lot this summer.
Ruff is out on strikes. Beautiful.
To be able to throw a change up,
I can't wait to see Scherzer in warm weather. That is going to be crazy. Ryan says, if I'm the Celtics, I would do the same thing that the Team USA 1996 did when Pippen and Jordan switched defense on top. Actually, no, that wasn't 96, Ryan. That was 92. Marcus Smart on KD, then switch with Tatum on KD. Here's the pitch. And shallow, and that Nemo is there to make the play, and he's going to make the out. So it retires the side. 1-2-3 inning for Max Scherzer here in the top of the fourth with a strikeout. He's got 6 through 4. Hasn't allowed a hit as of yet, so we're looking at no hitter right now for Max Scherzer. Headed to the bottom of the fourth. It is a 0-0 baseball game between the San Francisco Giants and the New York Mets. Didn't know that. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, they mentioned it in the. I knew that Scherzer had. I knew Scherzer had struck out on average 10 hitters per 9 innings, but I didn't know that he was number 1 all time. So they showed the graphic with Pedro and Randy Johnson. So, and I knew he was up there, but I didn't know he actually is the all-time leader in average of strikeouts per 9 innings. So, I mean, the fact that you're on top of 2 Hall of Fame pitchers like that. And the funny thing is, if you look at Pedro's win percentage from his wins to losses in his pitching career, he has about the same win percentage as Sandy Koufax. And I was like, damn, the fact that Pedro Martinez is in the same sentence as Sandy Koufax, that lets you know how great Pedro was. And Sandy Koufax, you know, in his short major league career, If it wasn't for having arthritis in his elbow and having elbow problems, 200-plus wins easy. Ryan says, thanks, Louis. I did mean 1992. What do you think? Let me see. Marcus Smart. You said Tatum on KD. Marcus Smart on KD, and then Tatum on KD. Hell, you could even put Jaylen Brown on KD. Jaylen Brown is a good defender. Terry says the Mets got a good acquisition on Marte, totally the opposite of McCann. McCann sucks. Marte was a good pickup. He was a really good pickup. Solid hitter, good fielder, veteran presence. So, you know.
Stream the Mets with the new.
I'm not a fan of James McCann.
Post-game shows and all SNY programming anytime.
All right,
anywhere.
Logan Webb back on the mound. 3-0 Mets lead here in the bottom of the fourth. Here's Luis Guillorme, who is rocking a new look.
Fourth inning, Luis Guillorme leads off.
The man completely shaved, and I don't even recognize who he is anymore. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a strike.
31 pitches to get through that third inning.
Well, Tyro Mcneal did a nice job of making an adjustment in the first game to hold the Giants to 4 runs.
If McGrill can continue to pitch like that, the Mets rotation is looking crazy. If McGrill can continue like that, I know they got Carrasco in their rotation.
He walked only one batter in 14 innings over his first 2 starts. Didn't walk anybody his last time out in 8 innings against the Padres.
Here's the 1-2.
Change-up blown away.
So yeah, the Mets pitching has been great. Can't complain about the Mets pitching. It's been great. Here's the 2-2. And the ball is slapped into left field for a base hit, beating the shift is Guillorme. That's a good one, Gary. No beard, no problem. Even Lindor gets a good laugh about it as a laugh, as Guillorme gets himself a leadoff single.
The players will sometimes ask for the ball to be thrown in the dugout so they can put it in his locker.
Is Cano injured? Because I have not seen Cano
in a spinning slider in the middle of the plate. He was going that way the entire way, whether it was a changeup, fastball, or slider. So the new guy
who's playing that bad? Who's playing that bad bunny?
He's a good hitter. This guy.
The first base coach touching his chin.
No beard.
No beard, no problem. Oh man. No beard, no problem.
Tomas Nido,
the catcher. Here's the pitch by Logan Webb. It's going to be a strike one. 0 for 1 with a flyout, 3 for 14, no home runs, no RBIs, 429 OPS for Tomas Nido. Terry says Cano played the first game of the doubleheader. Okay. Thank you for the update. And the pitch. And Nido hits a grounder, double play ball, fields it over to Estrada, through the first to Brandon Belt for the 6-4-3 double play, 2 outs. Just like that. Let me see. Ryan says, will the Sixers blow a 3-1 lead in the first round? Well, they have to play game 2 first. And they still got to play games 3 and 4. So if they get a 3-1 lead through 4 games, then I can tell you if they're going to blow it or not. Terry says you're welcome. Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate that.
In 8 innings against San Diego, but he's 70 in the 4th inning tonight.
Here's Brandon Nimmo, 0 for 2 strikeout ground out. Here's the pitch by Webb, and that's a strike. I'm like, that's got to be a strike.
Brandon Nimmo takes a strike.
It's windy tonight at Citi Field. It is windy.
First time at home.
Here's Logan Webb, 0-1. That is going to be a ball, as the ball is a little bit inside for ball 1.
On Friday. Marcana still out. It's got word very late today, about a half an hour before the game, that Nimmo was going to be available.
Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a ball. Count is now 2-1. 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. Mets lead 3-0 over the Giants. Let me see. I have a feeling Raptors will win game 3. Terry says this game is only 7 innings, right? I'm not sure. I think it might be since it's the second game. Here's the pitch, because the first game went 10 innings, so this might be a 7-inning game.
I know. I had to make sure that they weren't going to Toronto.
Well, let's see. If the Mets have the lead through 7 innings,
including
they win.
The pitchers who was going to start a game there.
Oh, my Yankees lead 3-2. Let's go. All right, here's a pitch by Logan Webb, and that's going to be inside for a ball 4. So Brandon Nimmo takes his base with 2 outs. All right, so that is a 2-out walk.
2 more games to go in this series tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night we got Chris Bassett. Chris Bassett has been great. He's going against Carlos Rodon tomorrow at 6:30, and then we got Anthony Desclafani going against Carlos Carrasco. It's been awesome.
Might be,
I'm counting on some. I got the feeling the Raptors are going to win game 3. He says, I'm counting on something happening with James Harden underperforming in games 3 and 4. Shout out to K Sports Talk. Make sure y'all go subscribe to K Sports Talk. He says, hi, Louis. Good old Max is solid. So 4 innings. I mean, solid. K, he's throwing a no-hitter right now through 4.
3 walks now.
He's got 6 strikeouts, and he's throwing a no-hitter.
Over 3 2/3 innings.
But shout out to K Sports Talk. Make sure you guys go subscribe to K Sports Talk. Terry says, I was shocked to see the Yankees lose against the Orioles 2 out of 3. That was crazy. Yo, I did the game, and I was pissed off. And I'm not pissed off at the bullpen. Surprisingly not. I'm not pissed off at the bullpen. There's Gabe Kapler. He's going to take out Logan Webb, and he's done after 3 2/3. Mets fans not happy because they want to see him get that tattooed. I'm pissed off that the Yankee offense has been this bad. They got no runs against the Orioles. And the worst part about it was a 0-0 game in the eighth, in the bottom of the eighth, and the Orioles scored 5 runs against the bullpen. But I'm not as upset as I was about that. I'm more upset of the fact that the Yankees put no runs on the board. Now, see, I would have blamed it all on the bullpen because Nestor Cortez gave you 6 innings. He gave you 6 innings. 12 strikeout baseball. Was dealing after the 3rd inning, and still we couldn't win that. He got a no decision, but I was so mad about that. I was so pissed. Like, I just couldn't. The fact that we lost 2 out of 3 to the worst team in the division pisses me off. But it was just the fact that we wasted Cortez's outing. After the 3rd inning, Cortez was dealing, bro. He was dealing. He was dealing. Like, and then Aaron Judge, like, oh yeah, you know, he's not going to take the contract that was offered. And the fact that he's not even hit, well, I mean, he's been okay, but he hasn't been great these last couple of games. So he hasn't been that great. The Yankee offense just sucks, period. And the funny thing is, we're getting the bullpen has been great, other than these couple of mishaps, you know, with your boy always, Aroldis Chapman. But my point is, the pitching has been fun. The pitching has been good. The pitching has been good. We've just been flat out awful with our offense. They're saying pitching and defense, pitching and defense, pitching and defense. But the problem is, I don't trust the Yankees in close games. I don't trust the Yankees in close games, especially when they're low-scoring games. Like, these are not the Yankees of 96, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2003, those Yankees are gone, long gone. They're long gone. So, like the starting pitching has been really good, and the bullpen has been great. I know Loyasica and Ludic, you know, they screwed up in the 8th with those 5 runs, but like I said, I really can't get on them because I got to get more on the Yankee offense. The Yankee offense has been flat out pathetic. Pathetic.
A total reset for Francisco.
Francisco having a very good start.
And it's the first year of his 10-year contract.
I mean, he didn't play well his first year, but I told y'all, Francisco Lindor is going to have a better year. I just got a funny feeling that Lindor is going to be better. Hopefully, he can stay healthy. Obviously, you're going to have some slumps throughout the season, but you're hoping that he can be consistent. But so far, he's doing well. Sam Long coming in for Logan Webb. And here's the pitch. 92-mile-an-hour fastball is going to be low for ball 1. He's got a breaking ball. Francisco 2 for 2 at hitting 325 right now. I would have to say below average. I can't even say average. Here's a pitch, and that's going to be a ball 2-0 to Francisco Lindor.
Wanted to become a firefighter. Tried to give baseball one more shot, and lo and behold, it worked out with the
Sam Long, 2 games, no earned runs allowed, one in the 3rd innings pitch. 1 hit, 1 strikeout. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a strike right down the middle. So he's a 3-pitch pitcher, Sam Long. So it's fastball, curveball, changeup.
Logan Webb went 3 2/3, 6 hits, 3 runs so far.
Yeah, Logan Webb didn't pitch well.
1 strikeout, a wild pitch, 75 pitches.
Here's the pitch. Lindor gets jammed, pops it up behind the plate. Casali's giving it a look. Does he have it? Yes, he does. To make the catch and get out of the inning. So the Mets get no runs, 1 hit, 1 man left on base. Through 4, headed to the top of the 5th. Right now, it is the Mets 3 and the Giants nothing. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Giants coming up in the top of the 5th as it updates right here on my phone. No. Yes. So who do we have? Brandon Crawford. Estrada and Duggar. So 5, 6, 7 coming up for the San Francisco Giants. Mets lead 3-0 here in the top of the headed to the top of the 5th. If you have not hit the like button, make sure to hit that like. Make sure to hit that like button as you guys come in. Okay, so Terry also says, pretty impressive going to the 5th inning without giving a hit yet. Yeah, right now he's throwing a no-hitter.
Sweep. They won the opener in 10 innings, 5.
There is Manhattan, New York. Oh, look, there's H&M.
Scherzer throwing BBs. They lead the Giants 3-0 after 4.
All right, Scherzer. No hits allowed right now through 4.
One base runner over the first 4 innings. He walked the number 9 hitter Kurt Casale in the 3rd.
Wouldn't this be his 3rd no-hitter if he was to get this? I'm just saying.
Scherzer on the night.
Here's Scherzer and the pitch. Swing and a miss to Crawford, strike 1.
Pitch change up, 0-1.
Going to the changeup.
I mean, if you're facing Max Scherzer and he's still throwing 95 miles an hour, cutter, slider, curveball.
All right, here's the 0-1.
What the heck you look
and
for?
fouled away, strike 2.
Look for area. I don't think you can look for a pitch. I think that's how he's involved now to, what's Max, 35 years old at this point? 37 years old. So this is where he's evolved to. He's evolved to a point where he can throw anything, any count, and they're all quality pitches.
That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part about Max
He's
Scherzer.
more of the attack.
That's a great point.
Fastball slider.
He can throw any pitch anytime. Here's the pitch.
And it goes to the
I mean, the guy's got a curveball. He's got a slider. He's got a changeup.
pitch come for Max.
He has a fastball.
I love how he flips the ball to try to ease the tension.
Here's the 1-2. The ball is hit up the middle. Oh, wow. Fielded. Lindor gets him out. I thought that was a base hit. Francisco Lindor just robbed it. That was not an easy play by Lindor on the throw to Dominic Smith.
I mean, I wonder what it feels like for a pitcher when a ball is smashed
Look at that.
between your legs and you see that it's going to be an out.
Used to be a hit 99 times out of 100.
Right.
It's a beautiful feeling.
Here's the pitch. And Estrada hits it to left field, backing back. Jeff McNeal, and it's carrying, but he makes the play for the second out, 2 away. All right. If this game is going 7 innings, he might try to go for a no-hitter. I'm not mad at him if he doesn't try, man. I mean, that would be awesome if he could do that.
So it's baseball weather.
It's April in Flushing.
It is
That's how
April.
it goes.
It is April. Yep.
Judging by the long-range forecast, it's not going to get a lot warmer anytime soon. We are going to Phoenix for 3 days over the weekend.
The Mets will be in Arizona.
In Phoenix is supposed to be in the 70s.
Oh, nice. That's good. That's good weather. All right. Here's the pitch to Duggar, and that's going to be a strike. Strike 1.
We have been for a long time.
I got a feeling that Citi Field is going to be very exciting this year if the Mets are all fully healthy. Fully healthy Mets team. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss on a ball tailing inside with that changeup. It's 0-2.
From Scherzer.
Here's the 0-2. Ball.
Duggar takes that one low and in. Stephen Duggar, the only true center fielder on this Giants roster.
Scherzer throwing 65 pitches. Here's the 1-2. That's a ball. So the count is even now at 2-2.
So just think about it. It's 2-2. He's seen 4 pitches. He could throw another changeup.
He could.
Cutter in, burn that 95 mile an hour up in under his hands.
Let's see what he does. Here's the 2-2 by Scherzer. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out. He's gone 5 hitless innings, 7 strikeouts, no runs, no hits. 1-2-3 inning for Scherzer. Headed to the bottom of the 5th. The score is 3-0 Mets. Scherzer with 7, just like right now, the number of people watching right now on the stream. Let's continue to get more people watching. Continue to hit the likes if you guys can. Scherzer through 5 has got 7 Ks. Pitching great. Scherzer is 6 outs away. That's right. That's a great point. 6 outs away. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is some NBA coverage right now. Minnesota and Memphis tied at 9 with 7:57 remaining in the first quarter. Atlanta and Miami in a tight one in the third quarter. Miami just scored, so they're up 58-54 with 11:22 remaining in the third quarter. New Orleans against Phoenix at 10 o'clock tonight. I just realized something, and I'm actually gonna do more of it. Terry says Minnesota are winning their series. They're playing who? Aren't they playing Kansas City? Who is Minnesota playing? Yeah, they're playing Kansas City. All right. I need to check. All right, Sam Long still pitching, throwing to Jeff McNeal. Grizzlies got a great core, but young. Yeah, very young team. But they have a lot of pressure. They got some expectations after making the playoffs and then winning 56 games. They have expectations to try to see how far can they go this year. So they need to get it together for this game too.
Baseball chatter as our insiders share their opinions on the latest Mets and Yankees news. Baseball Night in New York, presented by Tri-State Cadillac.
Look at the standings.
Weeknights at 6 p.m. only on SNY.
Wow, that's a tight.
Mets leading 3-0. Looking for a doubleheader sweep. Jeff McNeal will lead off against
Minnesota 4-6.
To get the final out of the fourth. After Logan.
Wow, the AL West is pretty tight too. Mariners 5-5, Oakland 6-5. Despite how much they lost, Angels 6-5, Houston 6-4. Even though it's early. All right, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss by Sam Long, throwing to Jeff McNeal, strike one. Who's got the best record? Who's got the best record in the league?
I mean, he's off the line.
Wow, the Dodgers have the best record in the league, but San Francisco 7-3, Colorado 7-3, San Diego 7-5. Check it out though. The Mets are 8-3. The Mets and the Dodgers, only two teams with 8 wins this season. Here's the pitch, and the ball is fouled off. 1-2. Take a look at that. Man, that's crazy.
2 strikes, the third baseman.
Isn't that nice?
Right at the second base bag.
Here's the wind up and the pitch, and the ball is fouled off. 1-2. Pete Alonso on deck for the Mets. Here's the 1-2. Fouled off. 1-2.
Much more in that mode this year. The old Jeff McNeal of 2018 and the first half of 2019, he would go line to line.
Especially with 2 strikes, Gary. Looking to left field.
Just a guy who you thought would hit 300 in his sleep every year. He got a little power happy the second half of 2019, and he's been trying to find that happy medium ever since.
Here's the 1-2. Curveball is going to be slapped foul. Still 1-2.
It's been an awfully good start for McNeal. Right now, that's average hitting at 308, 400 on base percentage.
Charge.
Right where he'd like to be. Give him a huge gap at right center field.
See if he takes advantage of that. Here's the 1-2, fouled off. Still 1-2. Here's the wind up in the pitch, and that's going to be that ball goes past, and that's going to be a ball.
So it doesn't escape attention that the Mets are the only team in the National League East over 500 at this juncture of the season. But something significant is happening tonight, and that is that Ronald Acuna is starting his rehab.
Here's the pitch, swing and a miss.
And McNeal goes down.
McNeal is down on strikes.
So Long has his first strikeout. I mean, just the thought that the Braves were able to win the World Series last year without their best player is an amazing thing.
It's an amazing thing, but the people that they acquired.
Here's Pete Alonso.
Played
McNeal is out on strikes. 0 for 1, walk and a run,
there.
205 average, 3 home runs,
Early in the
14 ribbies,
postseason,
752
not getting
OPS.
him out.
And
Peterson, of course.
and Duvall. I mean, all those
So
guys.
all four kind of made up for Ronald.
Bottom of the 5th, and the pitch by Sam Long is the
When the
ball.
Braves get Acuna back, they become incrementally,
Of course.
better.
They're expecting him in the beginning of May.
Yeah, about 3 weeks, maybe less. I mean, he's
Pitch is going to be a strike.
Ground zero. He hasn't played in a game since last July when he got hurt.
ACL, right?
July 10th, right before the All-Star break. Alonso walked and scored his last time up. Curveball misses from Long, 2-1. Braves are 5-7 to begin the year.
But Freeman hitting a home run in his first.
Defeated Astros in 6 games. World Series MVP Jorge Soler, 300 average, 3 go-ahead homers in 6 games. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a ball by Sam Long, and now the count is 3-1.
So his last at bat for the Braves in the postseason World Series was a home run, and then his first at bat against the Braves in a
That's
Dodger
in the cover.
uniform is a home run.
3-2 to Pete. And he has been embraced big time by the fans in LA. The length of that Dodger lineup is just phenomenal.
It's almost not fair with what the Dodgers have sometimes. Every time I look at that lineup, like how long has that lineup been like that now? I can't even tell you how long it is. Here's the pitch to Pete Alonso. Alonso hits
Really
it
tough spring training, but he's come out
behind
of the box a
home
little
plate,
bit.
and that's going to be fouled away.
Dodgers won 7 straight after beating the Braves last night.
Who's their MVPs? Freeman, Bellinger, Kershaw, Betts.
Freddie Freeman, Gavin Lux, Max Muncy, Will Smith, Chris Taylor, Walker Buehler in terms of the pitching. All right, goddamn. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Down on strikes, so back-to-back strikeouts for Sam Long.
As Pete Alonso's out on strikes.
Settle things down for the Giants. Retired all 3 batters to face him.
Fastball that he throws right by Pete.
Throws it right by him.
It's a little deception in.
Oh, we're playing that Daddy Yankee.
That 93 plays a little faster.
So 2 out and nobody on. Now Escobar, who had a 2-run, 2-out double in the third.
Escobar 2 for 2. Here's the pitch, and that's a strike.
He was trying to ask for time.
Yeah, they tried to ask her, try to steal it, but nope. They said nope.
He just works very quickly, does long.
Oh, wow. Here's the 0-1. Inside ball 1.
Like he thinks there's a pitch clock.
Wow. Hit you on this side of the beard, but
He pitched enough in the minor leagues, maybe that he knows how to pitch with one.
Well, next
2 outs,
year,
bottom of the
everybody
5th,
better get
3-0
used
Mets
to the pitch
lead. Here's the pitch by Sam Long. A little high on the
My prediction,
curveball.
we'll see how it
2-1.
works out. Pitchers will adapt very quickly. The hitters are going to have a big issue with it because they have a lot to process, and they're not going to want it to be rushed to face 95 plus.
And the pitch.
And that's inside.
Inside,
Escobar
3-1.
drops the back
Wow.
to avoid getting hit and gives a little stare at it Long. It's been hit enough in this early season that they're starting to take a little bit of an exception to it.
I don't feel like any of these pitches were out of the ordinary that badly. That one's off the plate, but I think because of the nature of 3 or 4 and the same at bat off the plate in.
That's probably it. Escobar really stared at him on that pitch, though. Didn't really like it.
I think right-handed for the first
Here's the
time
pitch.
tonight.
And Escobar is going to bloop that, and no, it's going to be caught by Estrada. Makes the play for the final out of the inning. So no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. 1-2-3 inning by Sam Long.
Back to the mound for the 6th.
Scherzer back out on the mound for the top of the 6th. No hits through 5 as we have a 3-0 Mets lead head to the top of the 6th. So for the San Francisco Giants right now, back to the top of the lineup as we make the adjustments right now on the ESPN app. We have, let's see, who has not hit yet? Okay, so we got Jason Vossler, Kirk Casale, and Yastrzemski. Matt Yastrzemski coming up. So 8, 9, and 1 for for the San Francisco Giants. Logan Webb, for those who want to know how he did, he pitched 3 2/3 innings. He allowed 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, 1 strikeout. Threw 75 pitches, 43 strikes, 32 balls. Sam Long right now, 2 strikeouts, 25 pitches thrown, 15 of the 25 strikes, no walks, no earned runs, no hits in an inning and a third. Terry says Dodgers lineup is like an all-stars game. Yeah, I know, man. I'm like up and down that lineup. And you still got Justin Turner, the veteran, still good. I'm sorry. I would not want to pitch to that lineup, man. I mean, you got 2 former MVPs in the top of your lineup in Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts. Like, how is that fair? And the Dodgers were getting, at one point I was like, who are they not going to get? They were getting everybody. But you know what? You got to give Dodger management credit. That's how aggressive they are. They're trying to put the best team out on the field. No, not at all. Nope. I didn't even know Justin Turner could even play like that. I mean, it does kind of help when you're on a better team. But the funny thing was he was even starting to play well before they even really put that lineup together. I didn't even know Justin Turner was even capable of playing like that. All right, Scherzer on the mound. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be fouled off. Jason Vosler. It's strike 1.
The 14th time in his career that Max Scherzer has no-hit a team through 5 innings.
Damn, 14th time? Incredible. And he's 37 years old, mind you. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a ball. So that's 1-1. Dodgers management don't play. Nah, man. And I wish our Yankees management was like that. Please get rid of Cashman. So tired of that dude. 7 strikeouts, 1 walk, 5 innings, and 69 pitches. Here's the pitch. And Vosler hits it foul.
Last time a Met carried a no-hitter through 5 innings was Taijuan Walker, who did it twice last year.
Okay. 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
Against the Dodgers, 5 1/3 against the.
You see, and Taijuan Walker, who got injured, but if he could pitch well, the Mets have a pretty deep rotation. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 with the curveball on the backdoor curve. Scherzer gets the strikeout. Strikeout number 8, first out of the inning.
That's a season high.
Imagine if this game went 9 innings and right on the outside corner. You can see it clear as day on the overhead cam. Yankees was like that in the 90s and early 2000s.
Kurt Casale has been the only base runner tonight.
Walker should be coming back next week, I believe.
2 out of the 3rd.
Okay, here's the pitch. That's a ball.
Tied him up, but Scherzer didn't get the call.
I thought he was going to get the call, but he didn't. So Scherzer didn't get the call on that inside fastball. So ball 1. All right, here's the 1-0 by Scherzer. And he gets that call for strike 1 on a slider inside.
Yeah, there aren't many
Look at the Mets starters. They've only allowed 1 run or less in 8 of the last 9 games. Great pitching. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Nice slider.
He's got 5 pitches, and they've all been working for him tonight.
Listen to these Mets fans.
in the first inning.
Listen to these Mets fans. I'm about to give Scherzer an air horn if he gets a strikeout. Here's the 1-2 ball. And the key thing for Scherzer, he has stayed ahead every batter he has faced tonight through 4 1/3 right now. No, 5 1/3. Excuse me. Looking for strikeout number 9 if he can get it. Or at least an out. Here's the 2-2. And that's another foul. 2-2. Like crazy.
You just see Nito and just giving him the signs and the 5 different pitches, and every time he calls for it in a spot, it's in that spot.
Fastball out, change up.
All right, here's the 2-2 by Scherzer. Inside, and the count is full, 3-2. I get it, man. I get it, guys. You want that call. I get it. But that ball was way inside. All right, here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. I like that Scherzer doesn't give in. 9 strikeouts for Scherzer on 5 2/3 pitching.
2015, when he had that remarkable game here with 17 strikeouts, the slider here just perfect.
Look at that slider. Beautiful slider right there by Scherzer. Beautiful.
And he throws the slider. That game in
9 innings pitched in October. That was the no-hitter.
and a hammer slider.
His first one was against the Pirates that year in June 20th of 2015. 17 strikeouts. I was there at that game. I remember. I was there in Scherzer's no-hitter when he pitched for the Nationals. Here's the pitch. Strike one. Yo, I can't wait to see him pitch in the postseason. That's going to be something. Here's your Yastrzemski. 0 for 2 with a strikeout.
6 in his last start against the Phillies for reference.
All right, here's the 0-1 by Scherzer. Ball. Like the slider. Ball.
This year, certainly pitch count becomes a consideration.
Max might be the only one his pitch count has gone down since his first start in spring training.
Right.
The hamstring
Still the outs he's getting. Here's the 1-1. Ball inside. Nito tried to frame it, but did not get the call. There is Buck Showalter. This has got to feel good for Buck, and I'm happy for him that he's having a good start right now to the season with the Mets. I want him to win a World Series. Here's a 2-1. Fouled away, strike 2. This will be the icing on the cake on a great managerial career for Buck Showalter. I want him to win a World Series. Dusty Baker's another guy who I would love for him to win a World Series. Buck has never been to the World Series. All righty, here's the 2-2 by Scherzer. Oh, balls. He knew it too. And that's 3-2. He wanted to do a backdoor cutter. You know what? I'll try to see if I could get a slider down and in if I'm Scherzer. Throw a slider down and in.
Spaced 18, retired 17.
17 out of 18 batters he's retired. The only one was the walk. That's it. Here we go. 3-2. Met fans on their feet. Here's the 3-2. Oh, off the plate. Ball. So that's his second walk of the game.
Dropped the 3-2 curveball on Bossler. Couldn't do it to Yastrzemski, and that's the second walk of the night for Scherzer.
All right. So that's the second walk.
And now we'll face Brandon Belt with a man on.
All right. Brandon Belt up to the plate.
Belt is over.
Yes, draws a walk.
Struck out and fly out. 0 for 6 in the doubleheader.
Brandon Belt 0 for 2, strikeout, flyout, 285 average, 3 homers, 7 RBIs, 962 OPS. Having a solid season for the Giants. Runner on first, 2 outs, top of the 6th. Here's Scherzer. Ball. Up and in. Takes a fastball upstairs. Ball 1.
His last at bat hit a ball pretty hard to right field. Stayed in the ballpark.
Let's have the triangle shift on against him. Guillorme playing out in shallow right field.
Scherzer's got, 9 strikeouts, so he's going for 10. Here's the 1-0. Strike. It's the high strike on the outside corner with the fastball. Strike 1.
That was not a strike. Belt's not happy, but Max got the call. What makes Belt so difficult to face, he's got tremendous power to left center and good hitter to left field.
You got to go off speed here. Here's the pitch. Ball. Nice scoop. 2-1.
Scherzer, it's 2-1. Darren Ruff would be next.
Darren Ruff next at the plate. Darren Ruff is batting second or third. I think he's batting fourth.
But this is still a close game. It's 3-0 as we play in the 6th.
Yeah. Obviously, we know it's 3-0.
They'll get some more. They get the tying run to bat.
Here's the windup in the pitch.
And
Ball
that's
3.
High. All of a sudden, the play moving around a bit on Scherzer.
I know Scherzer's playing a little safe. I can tell. Brandon Belt, the number 2 hitter. He is at 88 pitches. Is Max Scherzer. Scherzer trying to get through this 6. Let's see if he can do it. Here's a 3-1. That's ball 4. So that's walk number 3. So that's going to be it. Now that's runners on first and second with 2 outs. So back-to-back walks by Max Scherzer. Looked great through the first 2 hitters, but a struggle with these last 2.
To talk to the 3-time Cy Young Award winner, max, but involved in this kind of
Is
game,
Buck going to take him out?
it's time to just give him a blow.
Or, yeah, he just needs a little bit.
Just doesn't like visits.
Here's Ruff, who's grounded to short and struck out 0 for 2. 2 on, 2 out.
All right, here is Ruff. And the pitch is
Slider down for ball.
the pitch is low. Ball 1. Darren Ruff 0 for 2, 162 average, ground out, strikeout, no home runs, 1 RBI.
Well, as Scherzer approaches his high pitch count for the year,
Scherzer at 90 pitches.
wonder if the command goes begging.
Here's 1-0. And that's fouled away, strike 1.
He's not throwing as hard as he was earlier.
Yeah, he's at 92, 93. Career average 101.3. He's at 91. Career high was 127. Season high has been 96 pitches.
These two are beyond that career high of 127 pitches. But you know what? We had this conversation.
Runners on first and second for the Giants. Here's the 1-1 by Scherzer. And the ball is hit, and it's going to dunk in for a base hit, and the no-hitter's gone. 1 run scores. Yastrzemski's going to score. Runners go to second. Brandon Belt goes to third. And Scherzer's no-hit bid is gone, and the Giants are on the board 3-1, runners on the corners. And the crowd giving him a standing crowd of appreciation and applaud. Well, what's going to happen now? Is Scherzer going to go out, or is he going to pitch the next hitter? So Darren Ruff gets an RBI single.
But good hitting by Ruff. Dumps it into left field for an RBI.
So Scherzer's no-hit bid is gone. Back-to-back walks and a single, and San Francisco's on the board.
In the back of your mind, you forget about the game and the score.
So now the tying runs are on base.
I think Scherzer's going to be done after this inning. Here's Jock Peterson with a chance to drive another in and make this a 1-run game, if not more. Peterson hits it deep, and that's foul.
Deep down the right field line into the second deck.
All right, that's strike 1.
Scherzer struck out the 8 and 9 hitters to start the inning.
I thought Scherzer got a little careful with these last 3 hitters, which is why he's kind of struggling right now. And now his pitch count has gotten really up there when he was fine before. Runners on the corners. Here's the 0-1. And Peterson pops it up. Escobar is waiting, and he makes the play, and that's going to retire the side. But the Giants get 1 run on 1 hit, 2 walks, 2 men left on base, runners in the corners. Headed to the bottom of the 6th. It is a 3-1 game, and I think Scherzer's going to be done now after these 6 innings. So I thought Scherzer was going to. Scherzer has 9 strikeouts in the game. He did walk 3. The 6th inning, really hurt him. So I think that he's not going to pitch probably again after that. Those 2 walks really hurt his pitch count. And then he allowed the base hit. But anyway, Scherzer pitches a strong 6 innings, 1 run, 1 hit, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts. All right, we are headed to the bottom of the 6th inning for the Mets. And let's see who is our lineup for the Mets. It is going to be Dominic Smith, Starling Marte, Luis Guillorme. 6, 7, 8 coming up for the New York Mets. Guys, make sure to hit the like button. If you have not hit the like button for the Louis Sports Network, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to hit that like. Crazy, right? You would believe pitching the 8th, 9th, and of the lineup, he would have been fine. Still got the lead. Yeah, no, that's the most important thing, that the Mets got the lead. That's the most important thing. It could have been worse. But just glad that they stayed with that 3-1 lead. Because like I said, he struck out the 8 and 9 hitters he got rid of them without a problem. It was once he got to the top of the lineup for the 3rd time, that's when they struggled. So like I said before, we got the 6, was it the 6, 7, 8? No, yeah, 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up for the Mets. All right, bottom of the 6th.
Dodgers, the Nationals going for a doubleheader sweep, as are the Mets. Mets won the opener.
What, the Nationals too?
5-4.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at some out-of-town scores right now in baseball. St. Louis leads 5-1 over the Marlins in the bottom of the 8th. Yankees winning 3-2 over Detroit in the 6th. Washington is winning 1-0 over Arizona. They won the first game of the doubleheader. Toronto and Boston tied at 1.
Single to center to drive and run his last time up.
Dominic Smith takes a ball.
It'll be Smith, Marte, and Guillorme for the Mets.
Our new pitcher is Zach Littell for the Giants. 3 games, no earned runs allowed, 3 innings, 2 hits, no walks, 1 strikeout, no home runs allowed. So Zach Little having a very good start for the Giants out of the bullpen.
It's amazing up and down the line how good
Here's the
their
pitch.
was last year. He was in 63 games. Littell pitched to a 2.9.
The Giants had a damn good bullpen last year.
That bullpen is quiet.
1-1.
Scherzer at 94 pitches through 6 innings. Looks like maybe he'll get to start the 7th.
Here's the pitch.
And
Dominic lines it into left field for a base hit. So a leadoff single for Dominic Smith.
That's his second hit of the night.
See, he's 2 for 3.
His total for the season coming into the night.
All right, so Dominic Smith gets up for a base hit.
Clutch hits, stolen bases, fine pitching, and some base hits from guys who haven't had many.
Let me
2
see.
hits for Dom in this game.
Starling Marte is up next. He's 0 for 2.
It's good to see.
John Peterson fields that one.
That's up their 7th hit of this game, and now Marte, who is 0 for 2, flied out and headed to a fielder's choice.
Here's the windup in the pitch, and Little gets a strike.
Bosler playing back. Takes a strike.
Marte 0 for 2, fly out, and a fielder's choice.
Look at the defense. Shifted, but not overshifted.
So a slight shift to Marte. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2 by Little.
Empty on the high fastball, 0-2.
Good high fastball by Little.
Started his career with the Twins. Second year with the Giants.
He got anxious with the no-hitter. Probably he did.
That's got to be Jock. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
And warmer.
And the pitch, up and in, 1-2.
Their own ways of staying warm. It's the quarterback's way of staying warm.
I mean, it's cool if you're a quarterback.
Milwaukee beating Pittsburgh 4-1 in the middle of the 6th. Headed to the bottom of the 6th in Milwaukee.
Not so much in April.
This is unusually cold, though.
Here's the windup in the pitch.
Well, they just came
Up and in, so the count is even at 2-2.
35-degree
Let's see. Tampa Bay beating Chicago 4-3.
Temperature the Giants had ever played in since they started recording that.
LA and Houston are tied at 1. Angels and Astros. Minnesota up 2-1. Kansas City top of the 5th. Here's the pitch to Marte. Swing and a miss as he strikes out for the first out of the inning. 1 away. All right, and as the first out, can we please update? Let's give the update. Come on, come on.
So 1 out and 1 on. And now Luis Guillorme.
Luis Guillorme up next.
Who in the doubleheader today, Sans Beard has a sacrifice.
All right, Philly up 1-0 on Colorado, middle of the 3rd inning. Our other scores: Washington wins the first game 6-1. Mets win 5-4 in 10 innings. Here's the pitch to Guillorme, and that's going to be a strike. Baltimore still plays Oakland tonight at 9:40. Cincy and San Diego, Texas and Seattle, and Atlanta against the Dodgers at 10:10. Here's the 0-1. Strike.
Which feels like
Quickly 0-2.
in the same neighborhood where Madison Bumgarner grew up.
Right? Makes me want to say hee-haw.
Makes me want to say
Hee-haw.
Sheriff Taylor.
That's right.
I don't know why I did that with Ron.
Not Coach Taylor. That's different shows.
All right, runner on first. Here's the 0-2, and the ball is slapped. Grounder.
Handled by
Vossler only gets a shot to sacrifice at Crawford.
It's a 5-6 fielder's choice for the
Fielder's
second
choice,
half.
5-6.
Natural
Score
for
that
the
play.
third baseman when he looks up and he's going to make the throw, and it's not the second baseman coming to the bag, but the shortstop
All right.
running parallel
Wow.
to him from his position.
That was not a good throw by Vossler.
And he
It
makes
took
a
Crawford
poor
off
throw
the
to
bag.
Crawford.
It made that catch kind of awkward. But they do get the force at second, so that's fielder's choice. So that's 2 outs, and now here's Tomas Nido, the catcher for the Mets.
How great is that?
I've heard so many Snoop Dogg songs this early in the season. Crazy. I didn't know a lot of guys like Snoop Dogg like that.
Yorme now at first with 2 out.
Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Took something off that pitch to Zach Little. He's going to be key for the Giants out of the bullpen this year for sure.
That's how you know he's still in the game.
Yeah. You'd probably say he's a fierce competitor. I mean, he's pacing so bad. Look what he's doing to his hair.
Home start as a Met, and he has been dominant.
Here's the 0-1.
Well,
Fouled off, strike 2.
We saw that Buck had gone up to him, and you can tell usually what happens at instance when you have a pitcher of Max's gravitas. Say, hey, you got one more in you? And then he'll answer you, and that's when the manager's got to really see if that answer is what he wants to hear. Because, yes.
Continue to smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Bottom of the 6th, Mets lead 3-1 over the San Francisco Giants. Here's the pitch, and the ball is smacked over to right field, but Yastrzemski is there to make the play for the final out.
A hit and 1 left. Scherzer back to the mound for the 7th, working with a 3-1 lead.
All right, so through 6, headed to the top of the 7th, Scherzer back up to the mound. The Mets get 1 hit, 1 man left on base. It is a 3-1 baseball game. Mets over the Giants 3-1. Headed to the top of the 7th. Why do I get the feeling this is a 9-inning game? I get the feeling that it is one. Because they made no mention that it was going to be a they made no mention that it was either going to be a 9-inning or 7-inning game. So yeah, Nino with the line out. All right, Giants due up. It is 5-6-7. So we got Brandon Crawford, Tyro Estrada, and Steven Duggar coming up for the Tyro Estrada. Okay, so Brandon Crawford, Tyro Estrada, Steven Duggar for the Giants. 5-6-7 coming up in the top of the 7th. Scherzer back out on the mound. I'm getting the same feeling too. Yeah, because they didn't mention that if it was going 7. I think it's gonna. You know what though? It just had me thinking with spring training. I'm wondering if they changed that rule again. Director 97 says, I think it's not. I think it's going 9 innings. I think so. Last season doubleheaders were 7. Yeah, I got the feeling that it was going to be a 9-inning game. I'm just mad they didn't get rid of the shift this year. There is Scherzer, 9 strikeouts through 6. I think he's at 93 or 94 pitches.
Start as a Met, and Max Scherzer has treated the Citi Field mound like one he is familiar with and loves competing from.
Here's a pitch to Crawford, inside ball.
And he's still out there, 94 pitches deep to start the 7th inning.
94 pitches deep.
And there's nobody throwing in the
bullpen. Then they put the wrong graphic. That's Brandon Crawford, not Tyro Estrada.
Crawford is struck out and grounded out.
People in the truck, what are you doing? Here's the pitch. And Crawford flies it out to left field, and Mcneal is there to make the play for the first out, 1 out. Probably the new union contract, maybe. They changed that rule as far as I know. Last game was 9 innings, and that was game 1 of the double.
7 games. A lot of things went right. Crawford and Bell.
Yeah, I believe you guys are right.
31 and 17 in 1-run games.
Here is John Brebbia, right-handed pitcher for the San Francisco Giants.
They came from behind to win. Game's not over.
Tyro Estrada has struck.
I think the Giants. I think they led in baseball and come from behind wins to the Giants last year. I think I could be wrong about that, but I think they led the league and come from behind wins. And the curveball is a ball, so the count is 1-0.
San Francisco hit to drive in a
Here's
run.
Tyro Estrada, 250 average, 0 for 2 strikeout, flyout, 2 homers, 8 RBIs, 718
A lot
OPS.
of faith in his 3-time Cy Young Award winner.
And the pitch. Fouled off.
Estrada gets jammed and fouled
Strike
off.
one.
It's 1-1.
Most
Strike and
curveballs
one.
I've ever seen Scherzer throw in this start.
Most pitches he threw at a start last year was 109.
109. That was with the Nationals. No, with the Dodgers. Here's the pitch.
Over to short.
Roll the short. Lindor fields it, throws it over to first, and for the second out of the inning. Scherzer at 6 2/3 innings has pitched 99 pitches. All right, first game postponed. Today's a doubleheader. Tomorrow's going to be at 7 o'clock. Third game, fourth game is at 1 o'clock, and then the Mets in a 3-game set with Arizona, and then 3 games against the Cardinals, day off, and then 3 games against the Phillies.
So Scherzer trying to negotiate the top of the 7th. He's got 2 quick outs. And now Steven Duggar is lined to center and struck out.
Here's Steven Duggar, 2 outs, 7th inning. Here's the pitch on the curveball. Strike. 0 for 2 with a lineout and a strikeout. 200 average, 4 RBIs, 542 OPS. And the pitch. Fouled off, strike 2.
Duggar, 0-2.
Just aired that one out.
Threw that one at 94.
104 times in his career.
101 pitches thrown by Scherzer, which would be a season high.
Including a 20 strikeout game.
Met fans on their feet. Can I get those nachos? I want some.
One more fastball as hard as he can throw it upstairs.
Is he going to go upstairs with the fastball? Let's see if the catcher. Let's see if Nito calls it. All right. Here's the 0-2. Oh, strike 3 on the slider. Gets him out. Oh, no, it's a changeup. My bad. He gets Duggar looking. 10 strikeout for Max Scherzer. No runs. No hits. 10 strikeouts for Max Scherzer. Through 7. Get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. It is a 3-1 Mets lead over the Giants as he gets a 1-2-3 inning. 7 innings strong. 10 strikeouts, 3 walks by Max Scherzer. Throws 102 pitches. And I think his night is going to be done, but just great doggone pitching by Max Scherzer. Great pitching. And that is going to end the top of the 7th. Headed to the bottom of the 7th. We are back at the top of the lineup. It's Brandon Nimmo, Francisco Lindor, and Jeff McNeal coming up for the New York Mets. Terry says crazy 10K. What a pitcher. You got to give it to Max. He did a great job tonight. Oh, absolutely. He shut down the Giants lineup. The sixth inning screwed him up with those 2 walks and that hit to Darren Ruff. But other than that, the guy's been great. Another 10 strikeout game by Max Scherzer. How many is that in his career? I need to find out how many 10 games with 10 strikeouts has he had. The man is 37 years old, still dealing. So that just lets you know. Which is why I'm actually excited, and I can't wait for Jacob deGrom to come back. Hopefully, Citi Field this year gives you the feeling of another great Mets team. You know, a team that played, what was it? How many years ago? 36 years ago? You know, that great 108-win 86 team. I'm just saying. On
the latest Mets pod, Connor Rogers and
I know it's early, but
discuss the early success of McGill and Carrasco in the rotation, as well as Drew Smith's dominance out of the bullpen, plus why Pete Alonso is best suited as a DH despite wanting to play.
You just hope they could kind of give you that kind of magic.
Mets pod.
Man, Jacob is good as well. Mets will be fine this year. Like I said, they might give you that 1986 feeling again. Because you remember the Mets rotation in 86, they had a pretty good rotation themselves that year. They had Doc Gooden, Ron Darling, they had Sid Fernandez, and they had Bob Ojeda.
Classic.
First Met pitcher to go beyond 6 innings this
Who
year.
was their number 5 starter?
Got the extra
I don't remember.
Took him just 8 pitches to get through it. He'll turn it over to the bullpen for the last 6 outs. John Brebbia on to pitch the home
John
seven.
Brebbia swings and misses to Brendan Nemo for strike one. Brebbia, 3 games, no earned runs allowed, 2 in the 3rd innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, no home runs allowed.
Started out of the Yankee organization. They let him go. He went to Independent.
Here's the 0-1. Ball,
Played in Sioux
1-1.
Falls and Laredo in the American Association to work his way back.
I know it was those 4, but I don't remember who the 5th starter was.
Smith getting ready to pitch the 8th inning for New York.
Scherzer's done after 7 innings. Here's the pitch. Fouled off, strike 2.
Well, Nolan Ryan and Randy Johnson tower over everybody else in terms of double-digit strikeout games, but Scherzer's in that next pantheon with Clemens and Pedro. 105 games now with 10 or more. First is a Met.
Here's the pitch, and fouled off.
To stay in there. Brandon's 0 for 2 and a walk in this game. His first start coming off the COVID injured list. Lindor and McNeal to follow. Mets could use some insurance.
Brandon Nimmo 0 for 2 with a walk, 2 home runs, 2 RBIs,
Smith each with 2 out.
1,073 OPS. 0 for 2 right now in the game. Bottom of the 7th. Here 0-2. 1-2. Excuse me. That's a ball. 2-2.
Once he finishes pacing, now he is debriefing all of his fellow starters.
Yeah, holding court, and they all are into it and listening.
Just look at the previous game today when the Mets came back and won against a good team, Giants. Here's the pitch and swung and fouled off. Yeah, Mets tied the game on the 5th inning with 3 runs.
As well. Ken is an earnest listener.
Got Bassett going tomorrow. Carrasco on Thursday in the final 2 games of this series.
The only thing was a lot of teams didn't like that 86 team, but here's the pitch. Ball. Count is 3-2.
Nimmo has already walked once tonight. Giants bullpen has been terrific in this doubleheader.
The Giants bullpen has been good too.
The loss in the 10th, but the Giants got 4 2/3 scoreless relief before that, and 2 1/3 so far in this game.
Here's the 3-2, and fouled off by Nimmo, so it's still going to be still 3-2.
Sam Long retired all 4 to face him. Zach Littell worked around the leadoff single in the 6th for San Francisco to keep this game close. Ninth pitch of the at-bat coming to Brandon. And Nimmo fights off the
Nimmo
fastball.
fights off another fastball. Lindor tied the game and won the game in the 10th inning. He was a star. Oh, yeah. He had 2 hits in that game. He had 2 hits in that first game. 3-2.
And another foul.
Another foul. Lindor battling. I'm sorry, not Lindor. Sorry. Nimmo battling. It's about to be the 11th pitch of the at-bat. That's what's up. That's what's up.
31-year-old John Brebbia from Elon University. Used to be the Fighting Christians.
Where's-
now in Phoenix.
Where's Elon University?
He's probably there in the Fighting Christians days.
All right, let's see. Let's go.
11th pitch.
Here's a
of the at-bat.
3-2.
And Nimmo
Another
fouls off that
foul.
fastball.
Nemo fighting.
Brebbia is not sure what to make of this.
Does he go off speed here? We don't know. So another foul.
Does he know he's battling the force field?
The force field.
Throws it out of the strike
What in the
zone.
world does he mean by that?
It will be a walk.
Ron, what are you talking about? Well, I guess he meant he was talking about the
Force field,
hitter.
if he doesn't get called out on strikes.
All right, here's the 3-2, and he slaps it,
Around to third.
and he wins the battle. It does the pitcher as Nemo is out on a ground out. Vosser throws it over to Brandon Belt for the first out of the inning. One away.
Nimmo's career, he was so selective that he drew a lot of walks, but it also
Guys, if you have not hit the like, make sure to hit the like button. Hit that like button for the Louis Sports Network. Share the stream. Here is Francisco Lindor, 2 for 3, single, double, and run.
Like everything else in Brandon's game.
Having a really nice bounce back year for the New York Mets.
Lindor is having himself quite a day,
Quite a day there.
first 2 weeks of the season.
3 homers, 9 ribbies, 317 average. Here's a pitch by Brebbia, and it's a strike.
2 hits in the first game. The first one.
What was
tied
that
it, the
pitch?
second one won it in the 10th.
That was a
2
slider.
for 3 in this game. Average of 317 for the season.
Here's the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss on the 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Strike two.
With Lindor's batting average above
Well, they clocked it in at 95 on the SNY board.
got off to a slow start, and even though he had a pretty good second half, he was just never able to catch up. Very different beginning to his second year in New York.
All right, time is called.
Amazing how often that's the case.
Here's the 0-2. Lindor pulls it over the right field line, and foul. Thought Lindor took it out. Would have been his third hit of the game, and would have capped it off a single double and a home run. I would have said, "Yo, this man needs a triple for the cycle if he gets another chance at that bat." You know,
Brebbia going to pick up that piece of paper. I don't know how Lindor hit that because the paper
that's what I'm
was
saying.
idling right in the middle between Brebbia and Lindor.
Right.
40 doubles.
I don't know how he was able to hit that.
3 straight seasons.
40 doubles, 30 home runs, 3 straight seasons. Soriano, Cabrera, Lindor, Pujols, and Lou Gehrig. What a list. Here's the pitch, and fouled off.
Soriano and Lindor.
That's crazy. Lou Gehrig, Albert Pujols, Miguel Cabrera, Alfonso Soriano, and Francisco Lindor. "30 home runs and 40 doubles for 3 straight seasons." Here's the 0-2. Lindor hits it over the left field, and it's going to be caught. Jock Peterson makes the play for the second out of the inning, 2 away.
He's having a big night tonight, too, offensively.
All right, that's going to bring up Jeff McNeil for the Mets, if he gets pinch hit. Let's see. Let us see. Lindor finishes 2 for 4. Well, I can't say finish because we don't know what happened. Did Miguel Cabrera get his 3,000 hit yet? I haven't even seen Miguel Cabrera play all this year. I think he might be close.
That cold.
The thing about it is,
McNeal fouls it off, strike one. Or did he? Or did he get it already?
But he's still in constant motion on days.
You got me wanting to look it up now. I'm about to check.
I think pitchers get a bad reputation.
I think yeah. I'm gonna look this up.
Kind of pay attention, but he is into every game. He's a baseball player, even though he's a pitcher.
All right, here's the 0-1. And the ball is grounded over to the right side. Brandon Bell fields it over to Brebbia, and fields it, steps on the base for the 1-2-3 inning. So, bottom of the 7th, Scherzer gives it off to the bullpen. So, no runs, no hits, 1-2-3 inning for Brebbia for the Giants. Headed to the top of the 8th inning right now. The Mets lead 3-1 over the Giants here. Make sure to hit the like button if you haven't hit that like button. Also, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. If you want to receive more content from the Louis Sports Network. And once again, like I said, thank you for everybody for the support as I reached, I'm actually well over 2,000 subscribers. So I just want to say thank you very much for all the support. Definitely appreciate that. You guys, like I said, without you guys, there is no Louis Sports Network. You guys have helped the channel continuously grow. And me, I definitely would have been doing more content, but like I said, I've had things going on. But like I said, despite all that, definitely appreciate you guys always tuning in. Definitely appreciate it. So just want to say thank you. And with Terry, let me just check on Miguel Cabrera's career stats. Because you were saying that he was 6 hits away. Let me see. Actually, no, he's 5 hits away. Shout out to he's actually 5 hits away from 3,000. And he'll get it. I mean, that I'd be shocked if you go an entire season without getting your 3,000 hit when you're like 5 hits away. That would be crazy. But no, he's pretty much there. Shout out to Dylan Westberg. Appreciate it. Best of luck to your Dodgers tonight and Chris Taylor, your favorite player. So, yeah, Miguel is at 2,995 hits. He is a career 310 hitter for his career. He has 1,807 RBIs. He has 502 career home runs. He's hitting 276 on the season. Career 532 slugging percentage. That's pretty damn good. And an on-base of OPS of 919 and an OPS of 144. That's crazy. Then on top of that, his on-base percentage is damn near 390. Just a dangerous hitter. Always gets his walks, you know. That's how dangerous the man is. How many players have gotten 3,000 hits in their careers? I know it's 20-something.
All right, gentlemen, we'll check with you after the game. New York Mets baseball on SNY is brought to you by Nissan. Choose Nissan today for great offers on their most exciting lineup ever. Shop NissanUSA.com. By Northwell, when they raise women's health, they raise everyone. And by your tri-state Audi dealers. Bundled up against the cold.
Let's see.
45 degrees, wind blowing.
How many guys with 3,000 hits? 1, 2, 3.
Let
me just check one. I'll check in 1 second.
Drew Smith on to pitch the 8th inning.
All right.
Jason
Vossler takes a strike. Here's Drew Smith. Oh my God, he's been great. No runs around. 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, 2 hits, 5 2/3 innings, and 5 games pitched. I'll check in 1 second. Give me a second, Terry Rivers. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be fouled away. That's 1-1. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Wow. Only 24 players. 24 players. I was right. It was in the 20s, but only 24 players have gotten 3,000 hits. Only 24. Think of all the MLB players that have played. Miguel's going to be the 25th player this year to get 3,000. Wait a minute. They didn't show.
Since he started in the bullpen.
Hold on.
That you're supposed to.
There's a player missing on here that I don't see. Where's Craig Biggio?
And he said he's been allowed this year to throw all those pitches.
Actually, no, my mistake.
And why do relievers not do that?
No, my mistake. No. I said 24. No, those were the ones on the list. There are actually 32 players that have gotten 3,000 hits in their careers. Miguel would be the 33rd player. Vossler pulls it into the shift, throws it over the outfield grass. Guillorme throws it over to Smith for the first out, 1 away. So yeah, 32 players have gotten 3,000 hits in their careers. Miguel would be player number 33, and he's going to pass Clemente this year. He'll pass Clemente. I could tell you the players that he could pass this year. He'll pass Clemente, K-Line, Boggs, Palmeiro, Lou Brock, Rod Carew, and possibly Ricky Henderson. That's what I'm looking at. Swing and a miss for a strike.
Mentioned earlier, the last Met to make his first 3 appearances as a starter.
Kirk Casale. 1 out, top of the 8th.
Scherzer with a chance to do that tonight.
Here's the pitch.
That's lined
in the left field for a base hit. Casale gets a hit.
San Francisco ahead of this game, and that'll get the time.
And that was fielded by Jeff McNeal. So 1 out base hit by Kirk Casale. Fastball right the middle in.
Max's fastball and here hits a bullet to left field.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Still only 33 players. Think of all the great players that have played in this game of baseball. And only
backup catcher.
Only that many.
Although he plays a lot of games, can produce this kind of offense late.
He's going to be another Hall of Famer for sure. Oh yeah, I mean, I think he'll be the 6th or 7th player with 500 home runs and 3,000 hits.
He's 0 for 2 in a walk in this game. 1 for 5.
Shout out to Red. He's going, let's go Giants. Fastball strike by Drew Smith.
The Giants last year hit 241 home runs, which not only led the National League, but for a team that's been around for 100 years.
Damn, Albert Pujols has 3,306 hits. Holy crap.
Centered around the home run. And
Yastrzemski hits it to deep right field, going back, and Sterling Marte makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning. I thought he tied the game.
But it got caught up in the wind, and Marte was able to have enough room to make the play.
Marte with just enough room to make the play. I thought Yastrzemski tied the game. He hit that to deep right field. Drew Smith got lucky here.
A left-handed hitter, he used the ball dying sometimes in right field, but look at this contact.
Yeah.
Down, right where he likes it, towering shot to right field.
Yeah.
Because it was
Didn't
so
get
high,
it.
I think that's why it was knocked down.
So a big sigh of relief for Drew Smith.
That's a huge sigh of relief. That should have been a tie game.
And now 2 out, and a runner at first for Brandon Belt.
Here's the pitch.
He starts with a curveball in the dirt for ball 1.
You know, part of getting off to a good start.
Terry says you almost gave me a heart attack.
Things that happen your way, right? On the bag.
Yeah, they don't want to do that.
That out
Honestly, did not want to do that because
that was huge.
Smith got away with that pitch though. That was not a good pitch. Luckily, he's in this ballpark. Hitter's ball. If that's Yankee Stadium, that's gone. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Cards won for me, which is great. Now I need the Mariners money line. They got the Rangers tonight. I got the Mariners winning that game against them. You know, the AL West has been competitive so far this year. The AL West has been pretty competitive. The American League overall. Here's a pitch. That's a ball. Escobar playing more to his left. Lindor playing backside second base. Kajome in right field and Smith at first. And that's the shift. They're making a triangle. They're making a triangle formation over on the left side of the left, on the right side of the infield. Triangle formation for the Mets. Here's a pitch, and that's going to be a strike. 2-2 count. Met fans, get on your feet. Cheer for this man. Cheer for Smith. Get out of this inning for 3-1. If you're Director 97, you want the Giants to tie this game and hopefully take the lead. Citi Field on its feet. You know those cat calls. Clap, clap. Here's the 2-2 by Smith. Ooh, inside, and the count is now full at 3-2. So yeah, it's a congrats, but not a full congrats, because you want that full, you know, that full congratulations. You know what I'm saying?
Derek Ruff would be next.
Let's get it.
At the first, D.R. Smith on the mound. 3-2.
Here's the 3-2, and the ball grounded over to the shift. Guillorme throws it over to first, and he gets the out to retire the play. So Yastrzemski gave it a ride, and Smith survives. As we head over to the bottom of the 8th inning right now, it is the Mets winning by the score of 3-1 as they hit it into the shift. So they're able to get it out of the inning. All right. So headed to the bottom of the 8th inning, it is a 3-1 Mets lead. This game is going to finish under 3 hours if the Mets are able to get to the bottom and then get to the top, because I'm only at 2 hours and 23 minutes here on the stream. Pretty quick, and this was supposed to be a 9-inning game. All right, so we got the 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up for the Mets. We got Pete Alonso, Eduardo Escobar, and Dominic Smith. Escobar and Smith each with 2 hits. Escobar 2 for 3. Dominic Smith 2 for 3. Pete Alonso 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout and a run scored. He scored on the 2-run single by Escobar. Okay. We got another inning and other games going on. That's true. I mean, you guys, still got a chance to make some good money. All right, Milwaukee leads 5-2 over Pittsburgh in the top of the 8th inning. So let me give you some out-of-town scores. Tampa Bay winning 6-3 over the Cubs in the top of the 7th. Boston up 2-1 over Toronto, top of the 8th inning. Yankees up 3-2, bottom of the 7th. Detroit threatening 2 runners on with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Minnesota up 3-2 on Kansas City, top of the 6th. Philly is up 2-0, runners on the corners in the bottom of the 4th for Colorado. Baltimore up 1-0. That game is underway, bottom of the 1st. The Padres are up 2-1 on Cincy in the bottom of the 1st. That game just got started. Bottom of the 1st inning, Seattle up. They got 2 runners on with 1 out on Texas right now. And the Dodgers and the Braves are getting ready for the warm-up. Game is at 10-10 start. You got the Twins and the Royals over 7.5. Who do you got winning? Didn't you say you got the Twins winning, right? On the 7.5 money line? Shout out to Brandon Stevenson who just checked in. He says Scherzer is a monster. Facts. Facts. Shout out to Brandon Stevenson. Yep, Scherzer is a monster. 7 innings of 10 strikeout ball. He did have 3. That 6th inning kind of screwed him up a little bit with the back-to-back walks. But other than that, Scherzer was sensational. The man's 37 years old, still pitching dominantly at his age.
That's 3 outs away from sweeping a doubleheader. May not be
great pickup by the Mets.
Because Edwin Diaz pitched in game 1, worked just scoreless ninth, so it looks like Trevor May is going to get the save opportunity.
I cannot wait for Jacob deGrom to come back. Here is Junior Marte, April 12th against the Padres. 1 inning, 1 hit, no earned ones, no walks, no strikeouts. He threw 13 pitches in that. 13 pitches in his appearance.
The Kansas City organization. 27 years old.
Pete Alonso, DH, 27-year-old. Pete Alonso 0 for 2, walking a run. Here's Marte, and that's going to be a strike.
Looking to tack on to a 3-1 lead. Giant relievers have retired 10 of the 11.
Make sure to hit the like button, guys, if you have not hit that like button. Mets lead 3-1 here, bottom of the 8th. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2 on the fastball.
Alonso, then Escobar and Smith for the Mets in the 8th. May getting ready for the 9th when the Giants will have 3, 4, and 5 in the order due up. Ruff, Peterson, and Crawford.
All righty, let's see what we got here. 0-2. And it's a little slap. Blooped over Brandon Belt, and he boots it, trying to catch the ball.
A confusing-looking ball as Belt retreated on it, but he did get his glove on it.
So Alonso, I'm guessing that's a
funny-looking hit for Pete Alonso.
Yeah, that's going to – oh, yeah.
Looks like you had it pretty easy there, but with that spin and the wind.
So that's going to be a base hit for Pete Alonso. He gets on with nobody out.
For Alonso, he'll take it.
He'll take the hit.
So Pete's aboard leading off in the 8th.
All right, Escobar, 2 for 3, single, double, run, 2 ribbies. Remember, he hit that 2-run single and the 2-run double, excuse me. And I was thinking the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a strike on the foul. Let's take a look at the Mariners. Oh, the Mariners with a 3 spot in the bottom of the 1st. They lead 3-0 now.
Got the ball.
So they got a 3 spot.
Smith just gave it to him.
Long night of freezing.
Way to start the Mariners game for them, which is great for me.
And
Right.
Alonso jumping off first base.
Almost got caught.
Well, they told Marte to step off.
Almost balked.
And he almost balked.
He almost balked.
Got a rookie pitcher on the mound, just his 2nd major league appearance, hoping to fluster him.
All righty, here's the 0-1. Ball.
Takes the fastball away.
All right, and the count is now 1-1.
That's got to Logan Webb in the 3rd inning tonight.
Yeah, Logan Webb
3 2/3, allowed 3 runs,
struggled.
6 hits. He will not have many outings like that.
Only got 1 strikeout.
And the Mets got enough for Scherzer.
And the pitch, swing and a miss.
Ball by Marte, and it's 1-2.
Well, you know Webb is joining that upper echelon, Gary, right? When you has an outing like this and you just never expect it. It's like out of nowhere.
It's on the max.
So let's see. We have Starling Marte. The Diamondbacks over the weekend had Ketel Marte, and this is Junior Marte.
Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss.
Blows away Escobar.
As Escobar is out on strikes.
First
out, 1 away.
They do.
So real nice arms. Starling Marte coming up.
All different kinds of arms, though. They have the guys that throw like Marte. They have Tyler Rogers, who you saw in Game 1. You know, Harleen Garcia, and of course the other lefty. Lots of changeups.
Alvarez.
Yeah.
Dominic Smith, 2 for 3, 2 singles, RBI.
2 for 3 in this game, matching his hit total for the season coming in. He was just 2 for.
Here's the pitch by Marte. Smacked foul, strike 1, 98 miles an hour.
With the 3rd inning single that led off the 6th in opposite field.
If you're the Giants and Marte, you want to keep this a 3-1 game. Don't want the Mets to extend the lead.
Trevor May getting the same opportunity.
Mets trying to add an insurance right here before they get to the top of the 9th.
Has any intention of starting to do that now, particularly this early in the season.
Here's the 0-1. Lays off.
The Mets do have other guys.
Says no. Lays off. 1-1.
They do, and you know this kind of weather is the ultimate sit down, right? And have to get up again. So
you got the best picks around, right?
Well, it is certainly helping the bullpen that Drew Smith has started to really earn a place in the circle of trust.
Here's a 3-1. Swing and a miss.
Last year with 6 consecutive scoreless innings. He started this year with 6 2/3 consecutive scoreless. Got a little fortunate in that last half inning on the fly ball hit by Yastrzemski. Get knocked down by the wind, but you take that.
It's hard to be flawless all year. You need a couple of breaks.
1-2 to Dom.
Nice job buying your picks. Here's the 1-2 to Dominic Smith. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch on the slider. Down and in for the strikeout. Smith is out. 2 away. That's a really nice slider.
Dom may have struck out, but he made a new friend.
Oh, the friend with the mom. Man, that mom is.
An apple and a ball. What more could you ask?
Damn, that mom is popping.
Spring break for a lot of kids right now.
It's still cold.
I know.
Feel like spring.
Starling Marte.
Versus Marte. Starling's 0 for 3
And the
in
pitch.
this game.
Strike.
Takes a slider for a strike.
You know, I like this Marte kid, the pitcher. He's got good location with his slider. 0 for 3 fly out, fielder's choice strikeout.
Relation, Bubba.
Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
He's got good stuff.
Yeah. And he's the guy that's called up twice.
He was added today as the 29th player for the second game of the doubleheader. Struck out the last 2 batters. Now he's 0-2 on his Marte.
Runner on first. Here's the 0-2 count. Bottom of the 8th. Mets lead 3-1 to Marte. Marte to Marte. Brother against brother. Pitcher against batter. And that's a ball. So the count is now 1-2.
Nice addition. Going to get to the point where you can eliminate the play-by-play guy completely.
Here's the 1-2. Oh, inside.
Back out of the way, and it's 2-2.
It is 2-2.
Marte on the left. Marte on the right. Stand up, sit down, fight, fight, fight.
All right. Like I mentioned, Mets trying to get insurance.
Alonso at first, 2 out. 2-2 count.
Here's the 2-2. Marte to Marte, and that's a ball. And the count is full now at 3-2.
Pitch, 3-2.
Sally's had a good game back there.
A good day at the plate as well.
We also got to talk about.
Running with 3-2.
We also got to talk about that Mets bullpen. They've been spectacular.
Guillorme would be next. 3-2 for Marte.
There's a 3-2. Swing and a miss on the slider once again. Junior Marte strikes out the side. And that's going to be the end of the 8th. So no runs. No runs. 1 hit. 1 man left on base. Mets trying to sweep the doubleheader as we head to the top of the 9th inning as the Mets take a, right now, lead by the score of 3-1. And so for the Giants, this is the last chance for the Giants here in the top of the 9th. Marte finishes 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. All right, let's see who we got for the Giants. For the Giants, we got the 3-4-5, heart of the lineup. Darren Ruff, Jock Peterson, Brandon Crawford. Mets defense. Mcneal still at left. Nemo at center. Marte at right. Escobar at third. Lindor at short. Guillorme at second. Dominic Smith at first. Nito doing the catching. Let's see who's going to be doing the pitching. Is Drew Smith going to go for another inning, or are we going to have a new pitcher for the Mets? So we're going to find out here in the top of the 9th. We got Diaz. Yeah, this is the last chance for the Giants. And the thing for the Giants, it's only a 2-run game. That's the best part about it. So it's not like they have to get – and it's not an insurmountable lead. But the Mets pitching has been very good. You just have to hope that you get a huge break in this 9th inning if you're the Giants, to where you're able to have a chance to get back in this game. So definitely an opportunity here. Waiting for that long-awaited commercial break to end. When it says commercial break is in progress, that's how it is with these when you're doing streams and like not doing the actual
Third game of the series tomorrow night.
All right, Mets and Giants tomorrow night at 6:30.
Carlos Rodon. 6:30 the coverage tomorrow night.
Chris Bassett against Carlos Rodon tomorrow. Bassett has pitched very well.
They won the first game in extra innings 5-4. They're up 3-1 in the nightcap with 3 outs to get.
Travis Jankowski at left field. Trevor May coming in to pitch. 3 games, ERA of 6, 3 innings, 5 hits. Are the Yankees still winning? The answer to that question is
he had the first hit for the Giants in the 6th against Max Scherzer.
The answer is yes. Bottom of the 8th, they lead 3-2.
Giving up that lone hit. The only other hit came in the 8th. Kurt Casale against
fastball for a strike. Here's the pitch. And the ball is swung over to the third base side. Escobar fields it over to Dominic Smith for the out at first. 1 away. So the Mets 2 outs away from sweeping the doubleheader.
This Giants lineup is so full of guys who can hit the ball out of the ballpark. They just need to keep somebody off base, keep that tying run from coming to bat.
Jock Peterson. Yastrzemski almost did it in the 8th off Drew Smith. Peterson 0 for 3, 2 flyouts and a pop out. Pretty much everything has been up in the air.
Led the National League second in the major leagues.
Blue Jays had more.
Blue Jays.
Jock
Blue Jays had more.
For 3 in this game, homered in game 1.
And it's going to be a ball.
From May, ball 1.
Ball 1.
Peterson 0 for 2 in his career against May. Giants came in riding a 5-game winning streak
until they lost.
That's trying to hand him a second straight loss, and there's a good slider by May.
Nice slider by May.
Peterson 1-1.
Strike 1. Ooh. Damn, I feel some tightness in my back. Oh, there it is.
11 saves in his major league career.
Only 11?
7 as a Twin, 4 as a Met.
Here's the 1-1.
Peterson
fouls it off, strike 2.
So Trevor's up in the count 1-2.
I see that he throws hard.
Waiting on deck.
That's the hardest we've seen him throw as a Met, 97 miles an hour.
Let's have the triangle shift on against Peterson.
Peterson's got the triangle shift too.
1-2 coming.
Here's a 1-2 ball.
Sails that one up and away. 2-2. They trying to save it for Max Scherzer, trying to get Max 3 wins in 3 starts as a Met. Scherzer was simply brilliant tonight.
Here's a 2-2, and the ball is hit. Beautiful dive by Lindor. Throws it over to first, and he throws it to Smith for the out at first for the second out of the game. Beautiful defensive play by Francisco Lindor, ranging to his left on the dive. Excellent defense. And just for that, Lindor, you're going to get yourself a special air horn from me. Great defensive play.
Great plays, and that's what Lindor did there.
And thus the Giants are down to their final out.
They're chanting MVP, and
Brandon Crawford, the batter.
All right, here's Brandon Crawford. Last shot for the Giants. Final hitter. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Nice off-speed pitch. Brandon Crawford, 0 for 3, strikeout, grind out, fly out. Every out imaginable.
2 RBIs in the opener.
All right, once again, the 0-1. Here it is from Trevor May, and the pitch. Swing and a miss once again, strike 2. And now, final strike for the Giants. Here come the Mets fans on their feet. Met fans clapping. Seattle with a home run. Awesome.
2 out and nobody on.
2 out, nobody out. 0-2. Here it is for the ball game. The Mets looking for the sweep. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be a ball downstairs. 1-2. Mets looking for that sweep. You already know the deal. Let's go, Mets. 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 Mets clapping. Mets fans on their feet. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out. And the ball game is over. And the Mets sweep the doubleheader as they beat the Giants by the score of 3-1. And with this win, so now, ladies and gentlemen, they get the job done. The Mets sweep the doubleheader. Max Scherzer pitches 7 strong innings. Drew Smith out of the bullpen, and also Trevor May with scoreless 8th and 9th innings combined as the Mets defeat the Giants by the score of 3-1. And with this sweep, the Mets now have a record of 9-3. They have the most wins in baseball right now. The Dodgers are actually looking for their 9th win tonight against the Braves. But the Mets now have the most wins in baseball with 9 with this win. And if the Dodgers were to lose, the Mets would actually have the best record in baseball. So Scherzer gets the win. He goes to 3-0. Logan Webb loses the game. May gets his first save of the season. Time of the game is a manageable 2 hours and 41 minutes. And here on the channel, we just eclipsed the 2 minutes and 42. 2 hours and 42 minutes on the mark are here on the channel. So your heroes, Eduardo Escobar, 2 hits. Francisco Lindor, 2 hits. Dominic Smith, 2 hits for the Mets. You know, they were the keys for the Mets getting the 3 runs. So pretty much the offense, but just great pitching overall by the Mets from Max Scherzer to the bullpen. Just great. Awesome pitching. And the Mets continue like this. They get the Grom back. You know, they get Tejuan Walker back. You're looking at a very, very deep rotation for the Mets, especially if the bullpen continues to pitch like this. Director says, great job, and the blind man director is out. Take care, director. Best of luck on all your bets. Hopefully your Mariners win. They are up 3-0 right now, at least on the money line. So just awesome pitching. Great job by the Mets. And that game is over. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mets win 3-1. They go to 9-3 on the season. Maintain first place in the National League East. Hopefully they can go 10-3 tomorrow against the Giants. So, from the Louis Sports Network, calling it a good night. Take care. Take care. You already know, as always, continue to like, continue to share, continue to subscribe to streams. Tomorrow, Nets and Celtics. You already know what it is. Bless up, live, laugh, love. Thank you guys for watching. Monkeys in the truck. Roll the outro, and I am gone. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful night, and we'll be back on tomorrow with some basketball.
You know, so many times, and I just wish they would just stop. You know what I mean? Just stop. I mean, he was, Michael Jordan, I'm Kobe Bryant. I mean, we're 2 different players, and I wish people would just let it go. It really annoys me. Because, you can't compare